Yeah, good morning. It's about what time is it? 12:43. I'm about to go to bed. I just finished watching dramas live and I'm not going to be on here long. I'm going to say what I have to say. Binary, he's a piece of shit.
Back
You're
in
the
high
Green
school,
Goblin.
back in high school, I sucked this nigga's dick so good that he squirted all over me, all over
Woo!
my
Oh
face.
shit!
Damn.
Whoa!
On your
Whoa!
face.
To the Jurassic
John
Park.
Neo.
Oh my god!
I would like to invite you and anybody else to eat a plate of my shit, okay? Eat my shit.
My bitch love Coco, Coco, Coco. Who that baby? I don't know. I love me some Pop Smoke. What is going on, y'all? What's up? What is it, Saturday? Saturday morning? Yo, we just chilling. We got some watch hours. I'm playing 2K right now, losing. I don't know. I got to get in the groove. I got to get in the habit of playing this damn game and talking to y'all and being successful. Because I can sit on a panel and play this game. And guess who gets upset when I do that? Lemon. Lemon. Hey, Cole, what you doing? Well, I'm up here. You know what I mean? I'm up here. I'm listening in, but I'm trying to focus. I'm trying to knock two birds out with one stone. You know what I mean? But he be getting upset because I don't be so engaged. You know what I mean? But I'm sucking right now playing this damn game, trying to talk to y'all. I might have to go ahead and hit pause on this bitch. But there's so much we're gonna talk about today. Seriously, not so much. It might be like one or two items, but it's a lot to it. Like Sassy. I want to talk about Sassy. Maybe three items. I want to talk about Uppity. No, okay, Sassy and Talent together. So I want to talk about them. I want to talk about Uppity, and I want to talk about my sector because my sector they tearing each other up too. So I want to talk about those things today. Now we want to blow this channel up, and we want to blow this channel up together. Okay, so I might be here for a while. There might be people in the chat. There might not be. But as long as there's like 2 or 3 people here, we good. And I'll keep the thing rolling because I need watch hours, y'all. I need watch. Damn, I just went out of bounds. Fuck, man. How can I focus? Focus, binary, focus. I need watch hours. You know what I mean? I need 3 monetized channels. That's the goal. I want 3 monetized channels. So y'all know I got this one, which is a very relaxed channel. I got the binary code channel that Stargate and Identity are going to be holding it down with me on every Thursday. Now, I did change the format to that. I was going to go 3 hours every show, but I'm only going to do 2 because, man, I ain't even going to hold you. Going to bed and waking up for that Friday just about killed me. It killed me. I ain't even gonna hold you. Even though that Friday show was lit, it was lit, but I about died. I got what, like 3 hours of sleep. Now Shakim, he's young, so he can do that shit. I can't be doing that shit. 3 hours of sleep. I at least need 4. Living life to the fullest is here. TMK Media is here. TMK, brother, you have been on fire, and I'm not even going to say lately. You have been on fire for about what? Shit, a month and a half, 2 months? Like, you remember I used to clown on you, bro. I used to clown on you about your music and stuff like that. I used to clown. I can't even, look, people in my sector, they're elevating their game so much. I can't even make fun of them no more. I can't even clown on them. I can't do nothing. All I can do is be grateful that I was messing with them at the time I was messing with them. That's all I can do. As they were figuring shit out, you know what I mean? Figuring out, okay, what is this troll doing? And that's when I was messing with them. So I am just thankful. I'm thankful to the universe that that I was trolling them at that time, because god damn. Living life to the fullest. Are you still being unbiased? Are you still being unbiased? I know our sector is getting tired of your ass. Our sector is getting tired of your ass because you can't. It's hard. I'm not even gonna hold you. It's hard to be neutral. It is hard to be neutral in the sector that I come from. It is very hard. Oh, she said, I'm still neutral. It's tough though. That is a very, very tough position. A very tough position to be neutral. It is. Oh my gosh. And don't even make it look like you like someone. Like, because if you do that, oh man, they think that you oh my God, you're on this side. They like try to force you to a side. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, it's crazy. Vici is here. Look, Vici, when Slander God did that introduction, I ain't even gonna hold you. I was blushing a little bit, and then he dropped your name, Negro. I was like, oh shit, which was cool. I ain't hating, but I was like, damn, okay. I think he was trolling the shit out of me, or nah, it was just what it is. What it is, you know what I mean? Girl by the Mystic is here. One of my faves is here. What's up? Look, this channel does remind me, just like my last, just like the Thursday channel, it does remind me of some members only type shit. It really does. Eartha G said, this feels like some members only type vibes, and I like that. How many did I have in the chat yesterday? Shit, I think we went to almost 350 or a little bit over 350. God, dog. And y'all want to know why it was like that. Not only is the B sector kind of liking the morning commute, but Pizarro, I don't know if she made it known that she was coming to visit me, but all I know is we got 100 more in the chat than we normally get. She was over there, you know what I mean? What's your guys' thoughts on that? Oh, I gotta focus. What's your thoughts on pizza coming over and hanging out and going on my platform for the first time in a long time, going on a straight man's platform and just kind of hanging out? I was digging the vibes. I thought it was really good. Yeah. I wish she would do it more often, but I guess somebody paid her to do it. You know what I mean? So thank you, Diamond, for paying for that, because that was dope. That was a good look. Y'all know my cheap ass ain't finna pay for shit. I ain't finna pay for shit. I need all my money. My kids are draining me right now. Look, the older your kids get, the more money you better have, because god dang. I used to get away. So my youngest is 9. I used to get away with getting him some cheap ass like Walmart type shoes, or even if we do go to like a shoe factory type place or whatever it's called, or outlet mall, I can get him some Reeboks or some bullshit. Not now. And I love my kids, so I ain't gonna subject them to the ridicule of school life bullying. You know what I mean? Look at that motherfucker wearing them Shacks. Like I ain't finna do that. So the shit's expensive now. It's expensive. So I need it. And I got 4 of them things. I got 4 of them kiddos. Yeah. My oldest, he's about to move out though. And I feel happy for him and sad at the same time. His bank account looked better than mine. So, I don't feel sad for him in that regard, like as far as money and stuff. Cause he's actually a really good kid that has been saving for moments like this. So when he has to move out on his own, he can either go get an apartment, he could go get a house if he wanted. He has great credit. Like my wife and I really set him up for success, at least for the initial, he's out of here moment. So that at least that little bit of anxiety cannot be there for him. Damn, I'm sucking right now at the game. Come on, Binary. Focus. If you want your watch hours, Binary, you gotta focus and do good at commentating, and you gotta do good playing your motherfucking game. So focus, Binary, because I'm doing real bad right now. Okay, when I said that, I did good, y'all. So yeah, so set them up for success. Let me see here. Let me go down the chat a little bit. Remember, over here, it's relaxed. There's no real structure. I have a loose structure because I do want watch hours and I do want the show to kind of flow a little bit, but it's real relaxed. So like I said, as long as we have like 3 in the chat, I'm gonna keep this shit rolling because I want to get some watch hours, y'all. I want to get some watch hours. So, all right, let's get into this chat. Let's see here. As I'm trying to play this damn game and read the chat. This guy, man, that's guarding me because I'm playing 2K. Motherfucker's like a little gnat, man. Leave me the fuck alone. Let me play, man. Damn, I'm trying to focus. All right, let's see. I ain't fighting grown people's battles. Facts. You're not fighting grown people's battles. I understand that. Vici is here laughing at my ass because I thought Slander God was talking about me. That's some bullshit. And then of course, Ray Trigg want to call that bullshit out, making me feel even more embarrassed. Like, damn, man. Look, Ray Triggs, I think he tapped into my computer. And I think he be activating my camera on some sneaky shit. Because how did he know how I was feeling at that moment? How did he know that? I'm just kidding. That's a narrative that could happen. Look, y'all probably think, oh, that's some bullshit ass narrative. Nah, that's a narrative that be happening in our sector. People be sneaking into people's computer. Wait, hold on. Even in the B sector, I guess Dragons thought that Pizarro and Fates Yaya was sneaking into her computer, stealing all her shit, stealing all her ideas. And so I guess she called the FBI on them. I think she called it. Oh, I'm losing now. Oh, shit. If this guy gets another point. Oh, damn. See, I'm not focused. And this guy sucks. Oh, no. He's going to think he's good. Hold on, guys. Sorry. I got to focus. I have to focus. Oh, shit. I'm going to lose. I'm going to lose talking to y'all. I'm about to turn this game off. I'm about to throw the controller into the damn TV. Okay, focus, binary. Focus. Oh, God. He thinks he's good. Sorry, y'all. I got to focus for 2 seconds because I'm finna lose. No! God damn it. Ah! Anyways, yeah, so she called the FBI. I need 5 hours of sleep. You're doing good with 4. I don't know. I don't know how much. I don't know how many hours of sleep I truly need. Oh, please don't make that. Please don't make that. Okay, I can still win, y'all. I can still win if I focus. I'm sorry, y'all, but I have to do this for 2 seconds, for like 2 minutes. I gotta focus. Shit, man. I'm going to lose. I'm going to fucking lose. I'm going to lose. And this guy sucks. Oh, my God. He's going to make that bullshit. Fuck. I lost. I'm turning it off. I'm turning the game off. I'm going to focus on y'all. I don't lose very often in this game. And then to lose to somebody that sucks. All right. Here we go. Okay. All right. I thought that was kind of cool to see her interact with straight men. Yeah, that was dope. All right. The influencers hiding in the clouds got your back. Ah, yeah, Vici. All right, I love the morning show. I wake up every day at 4, and your style of commentary and keeping the panel flowing in the right direction works for me. I can't do the yelling and chaos first thing. Yeah, neither can I. The yelling and chaos first thing in the morning is crazy. But some people wake up on demon time. It's crazy. Here, while I'm reading, let me not be rude. Let me see here. Where was I at? Yeah, it was this one. Okay, now let's go here. Let's see. That's funny. As a parent, you get secondhand peer pressure from their friend. Oh my God, you ain't even kidding. And the thing is my 3 kids. So I have 4. My youngest is an anomaly because the older 3, they will go with the flow of things. They will be grateful for whatever it is that they get and receive and stuff like that. And that has carried my wife and I through life. You know what I mean? That our kids aren't brats and they're grateful. Now, I'm not saying my youngest is a brat. He's not a brat. But damn it, he wants the finer things in life. Dad, look at this awesome Lego set. No, son, put that shit back. It costs $85. You know what I'm saying? Hell no. We went to California, right? We went to California and we went to what was it, Disneyland or some shit? Or Lego. We went somewhere where you could, I think it was Disneyland, but we didn't go in Disneyland, right? Like we didn't go inside. We're on the outside of, what was it called? Damn it. I think it's called like Disney Walk or some bullshit. But anyways, we went and they had like the Lego store. They had all these like stores and stuff. And of course, everything he grabbed was just expensive. you know, and it's just like, God, dog, son, seriously. So he's the one, he's probably going to be the one that's probably never going to move out of the house, like ever. Like he's never going to move out. Like I could kind of sense it. But I love him to death. That's my little baby. I love him to death. But God, man, he's expensive. Let's see. How's that happen? My daughter got more money in gold than me. Right. That means you're a great parent. You are a great parent. Look, I'm going to tell you guys straight up, when it comes to family life and all that stuff, my wife and I, we didn't get very much help from our parents. We didn't get very much help. So everything we're doing now to build up and establish, you know, our legacy and stuff like that, it's starting with us. It's really starting with us. I'm not even lying when I say this. If we did a family tree, we can start it with my wife and I, because this ain't no shade to my family. I love my family, but we were never deeply, deeply, deeply connected. We were connected, but never deeply connected. And a lot of that's on me too. I moved out of the house when I was 17. You know what I mean? I moved out when I was 17. So we were never like deeply, 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 deeply connected. Now we had each other's back for sure, but we never like built legacy together. And so, and that goes for my wife as well. And so my wife and I made it a point. This is like a point in our marriage. Like, no, our family is going to be established. Like we are going to establish who we are. We're going to have a name. Our name is going to carry weight. So when my kids go places, when our kids go places, you know what I mean? Like they're going to know that they are part of this family unit. You know what I mean? And when our grandkids are born, they're actually born into something, you know what I mean? This family unit. And we're pretty successful at doing that. And so, yeah, I mean, we're setting our kids up good. You know what I mean? Very, very, very good. But damn it, you're right. You're right. More money and gold. God damn. Okay, I was trying to watch Lemon replay before Binary went live. Sorry, Lemon. Seems like I never getting through that one. I wonder how I didn't finish. So I left, right? I left because Stargate was about to go in on D-Misso. So I left. I was like, nah, I can't. I don't want to be on the panel for that because I don't know why, but people, they can't understand the concept of code fam. And I don't get it. Even Jay Dunn struggles with this. Look, just because Stargate says something doesn't mean that I believe those things. She is her own person. That shows you just how much groupthink has infiltrated both sectors. Both sectors. Like groupthink has infiltrated. You know, so I guess I have to keep reiterating the point on every panel I get on every show that I do. Shakim is his own man. NBK is his own man. Identity does his own thing, especially with Q Butter. Like Identity does more stuff with Q Butter than he does with Code Fam. Stargate is her own person. You know what I mean? Breaking the culture. She's on doing shit with Netflix and stuff like that. You know, Sexy Toy Lady. And what's crazy is Sexy Toy Lady and Stargate have something going on. Sexy Toy Lady says it ain't no beef. I don't know if Stargate's manufacturing the beef. Like, I don't know what's happening, but something is there. Something is there. You know what I mean? But they have their own people. They're their own people. I like Riri. Riri is here. Oh, was he sleeping for the watch hours? That's smart. God, if Stefan would only, I don't know what his schedule's like. I don't know what his life is like or anything like that. But all I know is I'm watching opportunity. And I'm watching opportunity just slip right through his hands. Now, to be fair, we know that Stefan he's never been consistent, ever, as far as us dealing with him in our sector. He's never been consistent. He has had support. We want him to go live. We encourage him to go live, and he does. He has had our support and stuff like that, but he's just never consistent. In several panels I've been on, or in the clouds, or in somebody's chat within the B sector, hearing them speak very highly of Stefan. So Stefan actually does have opportunity if he would just be a little bit more consistent You know what I mean? A little bit more consistent, hitting panels, being in chats, and going live. Those 3 things. And he would blow up, man. He would blow up. I could see Stefan easily having 400 in the chat. Easy. And like if he brands himself right, because you know how Pizza has her brand, Bree, Ness, they all have their brand. If he branded his shit right, easy. I could see the support for him easy. I mean, easy. Like, and when I say 400, like that's the number. Like if he had under like 350, under 400 in his chat, you'd be like, dang, somebody else must be going live on top of him or something. Because I could see 400 plus easy if he just took it just a little bit more serious. Let me go to the bottom and work my way back up to the top because I know I'm way behind. Right? It is the most vocal. It is the most vocal he has been. Does it sound like I'm in the restroom? I am using headphones. I am using different headphones because they're a lot more comfortable than the big ass headphones that I use. Does it sound like I'm in the restroom? Fuck, man. Oh well. Oh well. I don't give a damn. I'm not in the restroom though. I'm looking rough. Here, look. Y'all want to see me? Look at me. Looking rough, man. Barely comb my hair. You know what I mean? Looking rough. Grainy ass camera. Got these headphones on. You know what I'm saying? So looking rough, man. But I'm not in the restroom. Not in the restroom. I'm playing my video games, losing and shit for y'all. But yeah, so let's see. The most vocal he's been, Breaking the Culture, has been in Rome, Paris. Look, yeah. She already spending that damn Netflix money. They done gave her a check. She done finished her show. And now she's spending that damn Netflix money. Oh. Look, I'm starting to recognize that, but I still love her. There's something about Jay Dunn. I don't know what it is. But I love me some Jay Dunn. But you're right. I don't know if it's trolling. I don't think it's trolling because I don't think she trolls. But she does miss a lot of social cues. And also like, and this is case in point, right? Every time she hits a panel. Now she's really good at announcing herself, waiting her turn now and stuff like that. But there's always a line of controversy that follows her. Always. Never just chilling, ever. Never just chilling. There's always a line of controversy. And when it's controversy, unnecessary controversy. For instance, this whole Stargate thing. Now I'm gonna start playing this game so because we can spend some time. Wait, hold on, no, let me go through some. What up, Rainwater? What it is though? Love the name. So let's see. It was Lemon's live last night, Mrs. Murph. But yes, 62 later replay a part of it today. It was a little nasty. Ooh, I wonder if you're talking about, because let's shift gears. Let's not get on the Stargate J Don. We'll get on that later. And remember, I'm gonna be here for a while, just as long as there's 3 of us in the chat. All right. Stargate Dragons. Is that what you're talking about, Vici? Are you talking about the Stargate Dragons? Because that was crazy. Stargate, I don't know what the hell was going on. Samba Queen is here. What's up? I don't know what was going on. But Stargate said, you know what? I don't give a fuck what you going through, Dragons. I'm talking shit. She said, I'm talking shit. Oh, see, I left. I was in the clouds. A little bit. And then I took my black ass to bed. Stargate not only went in on, you know what? Let's bring that shit up. Let's go ahead and find that shit and let's watch that shit together. Hold on, my game is starting, but that's what we're going to do. We're going to find that and we're going to watch that shit together. That was crazy because I might have missed some stuff, but I do know, God damn it, I'm playing against somebody that's really, really good. I'm about to get my ass kicked. I am about to get my ass kicked. But I do know that, yeah, I dropped off that panel. Shit. Shit. I do know Lemon was going crazy too, though. Like, all of a sudden, he turned the fuck up, didn't he? So Stargate was she got in her normal Stargate bag and started irritating Lemon a little bit, but then Lemon turned up. I wasn't expecting that, but then I went to bed, so it probably even got worse than what even I was expecting, or even what I seen. So, damn, man, damn. I'm gonna watch Sexy Toy Lady's whole live later. Okay, all right, cool. All right, everyone drop down. Sometimes that's the best thing to do when it's messy. It's just what turn the fuck up, because that's what he did. He turned up. I wonder if he was getting annoyed with how she was treating dragons, because man, it was bad how she was treating dragons. Damn it, I'm sucking right now. I couldn't believe it. Like, I couldn't believe how bad it was. Like, man, talk about kicking somebody while they're down. Kicking somebody while they're down. Man. So it's hard for me not to believe Stargate, only because, Stargate's code fam, and I really don't find her to be a liar like a lot of people. Like, I don't find her to be a liar. So she is adamant that she spent all them hours on the phone with Lemon. Lemon saying, oh, hell no, that's just not true. But she's adamant about it. You know what I mean? Like, what do you guys think? What do you guys think? Because somebody's lying, right? And for those of you that are from my sector, y'all know Stargate. Y'all know Stargate. She's saying she spent hours on the phone with him. Is she telling the truth? Do you think she's telling the truth? Lemon's like, nah, it wasn't even like that. My phone died. There's just no way. And then every time his phone loses battery or is about to die, he always brings it up. He's like, look, see how my phone's doing right now? How in the world could I be on the phone with Stargate for hours? How? Look at my phone. Y'all see my phone. But Stargate is like, nah, brother. We was on the phone for hours upon hours upon hours. I'm just like, oh, God. I don't know. Let's see. Star can be irritating, but she doesn't lie. That's what I'm saying. Sticks to, yeah. Now, here's the thing about Star, though. Damn, this guy's cooking me. Here's the thing about Star. She can be wrong. And we've seen this several times. She can be wrong, okay? So that's why I'm not discounting Lemon saying, look, nah, it wasn't out. So what Stargate may have thought was 4 hours or whatever, however long they were doing this, may have only been an hour and a half. But Stargate's like, no, I checked the time, I checked the hours, I checked all that. You know what I mean? But she's been wrong. Remember, even with Breaking the Culture, right? Even with Breaking the Culture, she was dead wrong with her receipts. You know what I mean? The receipt, non-receipt. She was dead wrong. And how many weeks did we spend on, her claiming she was right and all that, you know what I'm saying? All that stuff. Her claiming she was right and she was just dead wrong. Now, the thing is people took that and said, see, she's a liar. You can be wrong. See, that's what I don't understand. You can be wrong and not be a liar. You're just wrong. You know what I mean? You're just wrong. You're not a liar, though. All right, Shakim is here. What's up, bro? Did you sleep? Happy birthday, brother. Happy birthday. When's your birthday bash? If your birthday bash is right now, I'm going to end this right now. I'm just trying to get some watch hours. I'm just playing some video games. That's all I'm doing. Or, no. I'm not going to go on top of your birthday bash. Let me know when your birthday bash is, bro. Oh, damn, man. Let's see. Star could be, yeah. The only time she was inconsistent was the smoke video. She said, I couldn't tell if that was you. Then turned around and said, I never watched it. Yeah. I could see that. And no matter how you try to slice it up, no matter how you try to justify those sayings or whatever, it just doesn't sit well. It doesn't sit well. If she's like, But I only watched it for like a second. I couldn't even tell if that was him or not. I never watched it. Why not say I never watched it fully? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't know if I even believe that she watched it fully. Like, you know, she probably saw some. Nah, because Smoke was like, he sent a picture of his arm or some bullshit, didn't he? Like, he sent a picture of his arm and was like, look, compare the arm. So I don't know. Okay, but I feel what you're saying, Unadulterated. Yeah, so we could catch her up in some shit sometimes. Yep, facts. Those are facts. All right, let's see. That's called a lie, brother. Being wrong is not a lie. I don't understand that. 1 + 1 is 3. I'm adamant. 1 + 1 is 3. I'm just wrong. I'm not lying. I'm just wrong. You know what I mean? It's not a lie when you're just wrong. And especially when you admit that you're wrong. See, a lie, you're trying to cover up the lie. You're trying to make the lie the truth. Like, you're trying to do all kinds of shit with the lie. But when you are shown to be wrong and you're like, damn, get the ball. Oh, there we go. Damn, I just said my government. When you're shown to be wrong and you're like, damn, I was wrong. That's not a lie, brother. Come on, spot him. That's not a lie. What else was I saying? So yeah, so I don't know about this whole Lemon thing. I tend to believe Stargate. That they did talk because Lemon has way too much information. Way too much. He has a lot of information. Now, I don't care about the information, but damn it, he has a lot. He has a lot of information. And he says that he never asked Stargate to be his co-host, okay? He used that against me several times, like, I'm going to take Stargate. She going to be my co-host. I'm going to take Stargate. She going to be my co-host. He used that a lot. You know what I mean? Against me when we were going back and forth. So, I don't know, man. I can't call it. Let's get back in this chat. Let's see. Hour and 30 minutes. You're going to go live in an hour and 30 minutes? Okay. That's cool. I'll be there. Let's see. What are you faxing, Living Life? He seems to know a lot about Star. Yes. Dang, see, we are on the same wavelength. I just read that even before I even said anything, even before I even looked at the chat. Yep, Vici. Yep. Way too much. Like, when could he have learned all that? Facts. Not on no panel. Yep, follow up for some time, especially comfortable enough to talk. Yeah, threesomes. Damn, Miss Murphy said, create a new dance, brother. Create a new dance. So, Shakim was over on, and mind y'all, I don't have notes or anything, but I do have points that I want to get through. But like I said, I'm just chilling right now. Shakim was over on Slanders, right? And you know, I think Shakim is enjoying his rise to fame. You know, I think he's famous. I think he's made a lot of noise where multiple sectors are you know, talking about him. You know what I mean? I think it's dope what he's got going on. So I think he was over at Slanders, you know, chilling, working some deals out because he's always working some kind of deal, working some deals out. And I guess P wants to hit the panel, or it could be the other way around. I don't know. And Raw B wants to hit the panel. And we get into the screaming match. Now, Shakim went out and bought his ass a damn boom mic. Raw B and P's mic's already loud and shit. So it's like, I could only listen for like 2 minutes. And then my head really started hurting. Like, for real. I'm not even kidding. Like, my head started hurting. I'm like, these mics, like, mic supremacy is real. And it's like, God damn. And so they were arguing, going back and forth, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. You know what I mean? I don't even know. I'm trying to think of Raw B's points. What was her points? I can't even remember. I can't even remember her points of contention. I can't remember any of that. Can't remember any of P's points. You know what I mean? I can't remember any of that. Oh, I think they're upset because Shakim is trying to make profit off of like some violence or something that Robbie might be a part of. Something like that. Shakim is trying to make profit off of that. I don't know. Now, here's my question though. Is there really footage? Is there really footage of Robbie kicking somebody's ass? Like, is there footage? Now, if there is, that footage is going to get out if Shakim has it. We already know. Like, that's just, it's going to get out. One way or the other, it's going to get out. Now, is it going to last long on YouTube? Hell to the no. Robbie is going to get that shit taken down with the quickness. But it is going to get out if he really does have it. Now, I was watching Drama, and I think Drama thinks that he's bluffing. He don't really got the shit. There's just no way. There's just no way. So is that like the extent of where we're at with them? I have no idea. Let's get into the chat. Let's see. Hoodie's here. Shit. Hoodie's here. Just go start some shit. Hoodie, is your wife black, brother? You already know the narrative is going out there that I guess you have a white wife. I always thought your wife was black. And if you don't want to talk about it, you don't got to talk about it, bro. But, you know, that's the narrative. I don't know, bro. You already know. Nobody's mic is louder than yours. I don't know. They were okay, it may not be louder than your mic, but some people's mics are equal to yours because when you was arguing, go back and listen to Slander Gods. When you was arguing, all y'all was like on the same damn level of loudness, man. It was a headache, bro. All y'all was on the same level of loudness. All y'all. It was just like, damn. And I don't know if Slander God like adjust the mic volumes to the back to get it to be kind of even or something. I don't know. But man, all y'all was loud. Even P was loud. Everybody was loud, man. So I don't know. Yeah, so I have a couple of questions going on. I said, so the Raw B joint, do y'all think that there's real footage out there? And Raw B would know if there's real footage. You know what I mean? She would know. And also, Hoodie, God, I'm sucking right now. And this guy sucks. I better not lose to another guy that sucks. And Hoodie, is your wife black? I thought you said your wife was black. So I don't know, man. And I don't know where the narrative. I think Shakim started the narrative that you got a white wife, bro. Could you imagine if you did have a white wife and all that? Oh my God, I'm sucking. All that flack you was giving conscious energy. That would be the troll move of the year. That would be the troll move of the year. Oh my God. So let's see. CE lost his mic supremacy. Did he? I never known him to have a loud ass mic, but maybe he did. All right. So Hoodie is not answering a question yet about his wife. He probably don't want to answer that question. Let's see. He said, stay tuned. These people stalking me all up in Nest comment section, kissing ass. There is, I think Defraud and Charlatan, he's like, damn it, why are you talking about him? But not in a mean way, not in like a he's scared of you way or anything like that. But he's like, damn, man, he's just trying to bring up my shit. Like, you know what I mean? So I saw that. Let's see. What else? Okay, we can get back on topic. So yeah, Lemon, I'm believing Star over Lemon in this instance. Because he has way too much mother effing information. Too much information. And he's already alluded to several things. One, he said he has 3 people from our sector that he can reach out to get even more information. And Stargate let him know about those 3 people. 1 T Pre, And I forgot who the other T-Pre-P, and he never told me who the third person was. He never told me who the third person was. But so yeah, that's not happening in no like little rinky-dink conversation. You know what I mean? What up, Deacon Young? Good to see you, bro. Man, it's been a minute. It has been a minute. Yeah, everybody's saying you got to recap Lemon. I missed something. I actually want to look at it if I can like just hurry up and win this game real quick. I actually want to look at it, but if you're gonna recap it, I'm not gonna beat a dead horse. I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, you know, I'm doing that. But what portion do you want to recap? What portion do you want to recap? Because I guess Stargate and Lemon kind of went off on each other. They were going off on each other when I stepped down. So I guess it got even more heated. And you want to know something crazy? Oh, damn, I just blocked the shit out of this dude. Yeah, mother effer. Lady Nika called it before it happened. Lady Nika said, let me go get my phone charger because this shit is about to get good. I was like, what, Lady Nika? And then they started yelling at each other, and I was like, oh, you was right. She was like, yeah, I've been in the B sector for a minute. I know when something's finna get good. And sure enough, man, they started yelling at each other. That was crazy. But yeah, so what do you want to recap, Shakim? What do you want to recap, bro? And then I won't look at that part because I don't want to, you know, sometimes it just gets real monotonous. Some great narrative planting here. It's just my thoughts, man. I'm not trying to plant no narratives. Yeah, you like the storylines in the sector. You like to fill me in on a few storylines because I might be off a little bit. Okay, I know this is an older storyline, but it's getting more juicy. That is the Stefan thing, right? The mother effing text messages. Are you serious? Are you serious? Damn, Stefan and Shakim's text messages. Oh my God. Hold on. Let me, damn, guys, I am doing so many things at once. I'm washing clothes. My washer just stopped, so I'm going to have to switch those clothes over. I'm repping up in my favorite video game, and I'm getting watch hours. All right. So something's got to give right now. But you know what? I could get to my clothes in a second, even though the washer just stopped, but I don't want no smelly clothes. Y'all know you got to get that shit in the dryer at least within the next 15 minutes. But what I want to do is let's go to Slander Show. Hold on, I got to go to my actual YouTube. Let's go to Slander Show real quick. Let's go to Positively Hate with Slander God. Positively Hate with Slander God. All right, so we're going to go to his Hotboxing show. Positively Hate with Slander God. Okay, here we go. Boom, let's go here. All right, guys, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to the text messages. Oh, damn, there's a lot. Holy, I missed so much. Holy hell. Holy hell. Now, Shakim, did you send these mother effing text messages? Did you send these text messages, brother? Come on, man. Oh, God damn. That's why I don't do no behind the scenes shit. I don't do no. Oh, no, Stefan sent these? Wait, no, hold on. No, Shakim sent them. Okay, Shakim sent them. Okay. Sorry, guys. Y'all know I'll be busy. It's hard for me to keep up. So this is why I love having this channel, because I can kind of take my time with it. All right. So, all right, let's see. Let's take that shit up a little bit. Do you have the T-Pre prostitute receipts? I can't find them on your page. I will look and see. Thanks. Let's have a discussion on your next live. I'll tap in tomorrow. I'm off. We could talk about the Social Security number problem and their hypocrisy. How does that sound? Triggs had to check Carrie. Did you see that? Oh, Lord Jesus. And Shakim is like, no, I missed that, but I guess it sounds all right. We can do what you're requesting. Okay. All right. And I guess Slander is spending plenty of time talking about, oh, Lord Jesus. Oh, Lord. Lord. I missed some shit. Damn it. This is why doing this live is very, very tricky. Wait, hold on.
You need to condone that one. Yeah, but that was the Ray and Carrie part. All right. Let's see. What else do we got? Talked about the butt dial one.
Wait, you talked about another one already?
Here we go. Here we go.
Okay. So I'm missing one because it says right here, gotcha, use Cash App to keep it private. Gotcha, use Cash App to keep it. Okay, let me go to the chat. What am I missing, y'all? What am I missing here? Because he's saying, gotcha, use Cash App to keep it private. Do I have to go back? Do I have to go back? Oh, yeah, I figured out how I can actually look at this and look at the chat at the same time. Hold on. Let me just move this over here. Like this. Boom. All right, now I can look at both, I think. All right, because I don't want to miss something. I want to catch up with these narratives. All right, anyways. Damn it, that's not going to work. That's not going to work. Can y'all still see the whatchamacallit? I think y'all can still see the whatchamacallit. Okay, that will work. Okay, so he says, okay, got you. I'll send it after I get off work today. I also got a super chat for Carrie's funeral. Now, Stefan is in the gray, right? Am I tripping here? Stefan is the one in the gray. Stefan's the one in the gray, right? All right, let's see. Carrie Ann goes off on Flacco. He should strike her channel. She's playing his content. Holy cow. I can't. Oh, man, I wish that. Okay, there we go. She struck him. It's only fair. I'm so tired of her. Carrie is actually a horrible person. I think the energy of Raw B should be on her. How do you feel? Hope you understand. Dang, so he's trying to shift Shakim's energy that he has for Raw B onto Carrie. Damn. Okay. Damn, Stefan. Damn, why am I not? Hold on, let's see. What am I missing? How come I can't get to this one? Damn it.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Stefan, why are you?
All right, let's see. Damn. Not requesting $300. Bro. This is crazy. Not requesting $300. What the hell is Brown Sugar Babe talking about? Saying everyone hates us. Don't know. Don't know. Don't care, to be honest. There you go, Shakim. Don't be fooled. All publicity is good. If you're the topic, that's all that matters. Not sure how you're viewing it, but I think people are entertained. Raw B is instigating hard. Are you going live on your new channel? What the hell? Do you guys think that Stefan is trying to make a alliance, or yeah, he's trying to build an alliance? Is Stefan hold on? Is Stefan trying to create a team? If he's trying to create a team, that's smart. Maybe that's why he's not diving headfirst into the B sector. because he's trying to create a team. That makes sense to me. That makes sense. All right, let's go ahead and go here. Hold on, let me see. Let's go here. Boom. Let's see. I don't know. Come on. I don't want to miss anything. I think I'm missing stuff. Let's go here. Boom. I'm already live. What's your channel? There's my channel. You seriously are believing Raw B. I'm not the enemy, and I could have done a lot worse, but choose not to. But not, so choose not to take the bait. And you do owe me money. Whoa. 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 What prompted that? I never know what the hell Stefan is thinking or doing. Yeah, Vici, right? What prompted that? Okay, Shock him. Just asked him, why are you sending me a request for $300? Apparently, and we've been wanting the figure. We've been wanting how much does Shock him owe you, Stefan? We've been wanting that number. So hopefully there were people in the beef sector that were actually listening to Slander God here, because Slander God is giving the actual number. Because Stefan requested $300 from Shakim. And now Stefan is saying, you do owe me money. Don't make me air you out. What the? How did it change? Did it change? Did it change because Shakim is not interested in going back and forth with Brown Sugar Babe? That he just didn't give a damn? Intrinsic, what's up? What's up, homegirl? Good to see you. Good to see you. Glad you found my backup channel. I got several channels, Intrinsic. I got several channels. Wow. Aired you out the way you are threatening to do me. If you want a battle, I'll give it to you since you want that. What the hell? Where did that even come from? Where did that come from? And then Slander doing his normal trolling. Oh, and then there's Shakim. All right, God, dog, where did that come from? Seriously? Seriously. All right, think about it, y'all. There's the number. Not Stefan Catano's bus. Lord Jesus. Lord Jesus. No. Hold on. See, Lemon will just highlight some shit, right? Lemon will just highlight some shit and have porn all over his damn whatchamacallit. Let me see what this damn avatar is really looking like. Lord Jesus. What is this? Oh my God, man. What is that? What am I even looking at? Hell no. Hell no. I'm sorry. I can't have that. I can't have that in here. So I'm gonna have to get rid of that troll account. Damn it! Now I can't get out of here. What the hell? Hold on. Let me out. I can't get out of this damn screen. What the fuck? Okay, there we go. Sorry, Stefan Catano's bus. I got to get rid of you. That is way too inappropriate for YouTube. Is it hide user on this channel? Yeah, we'll do that. All right, there we go. All right, but yeah, so think about it. $300. Photon owes, because we got to break this down. Photon owes Shakim money. For real. Like, that's for real. I don't care what Photon says. He did not complete a job. He owes this man money. It is what it is. Shakim paid for a service. Half of the service was rendered. The job was not complete. I don't care how much work you think you put into it. I don't care if you thought what he was paying you was pennies. I don't give a damn. He paid you. You agreed to it. It's a contract. That's like one of those things where those the NBA players or NFL players that are pretty good, you know, they had a breakout rookie season or whatever, and then they start complaining and shit about their contract. That shit bothers me. Although, yes, they deserve more money, and if the organization wants to give them more money, cool. But they signed a mother effing contract. It's a contract. You said you would play for 3 years for this amount. Why are we trying to negotiate after a year? Oh, because you outplayed your contract? No, you still are under contract. Oh, now you're wanting to hold out. Now you want to do this. Now you want to do that. Come on. Now check it out. Let's just say one of those football players starts holding out because they're demanding more money. They don't get paid from that contract. They don't get their full payment. They're not getting paid now because they're holding out. They're actually losing money because they're not giving the service in which they agreed to. Even if they're outplaying or outperforming or doing whatever to that service. Photon, you owe this man money. You did not fulfill your contract. Your end of the bargain. I don't care if you're outperforming whatever it is. I don't care if all of a sudden it seems like way more work. Try to renegotiate. If he's not down to renegotiate, finish the damn thing and never work with him again. Don't just take this man's money and not finish the work. That's crazy to me. That's insane to me. You owe him money, bro. Now, Shaquem is going around paying a lot of people a lot of stuff. And that's not a diss. Shaquem is going around. He's paying co-hosts. He's blessed my channel with memberships. He even hit me with a super chat. You know what I mean? And like he's going around, he's handling business with money. It would be hard for me to believe that if he truly owed Stephen $300, that he wouldn't pay him back. That is very hard to believe. Very, very hard to believe. And if you are reading these text messages, if he truly owed Stephen that money, why would his response be, why are you sending me a $300 request? He would already know. He would already know, like, oh, damn, he's sending me $300 request because I owe him money for XYZ. So in my mind, Stephen just saying Shaquem owes him $300 is not enough for me personally. And it's funny how it's $300 because we know somebody owes me $300. Somebody owes me $300. For real. Like, that's for real. And I have proof. And that's what Stephen's going to need. Okay, you're saying Shaquem owes you this money. He owes you $300. How? When? Where's the receipts? Because he's threatening now, right? He's threatening. He's saying, what is he saying? He's saying, do you want to go to war? You want me to air you out like you're threatening to air me out? That's a threat. So show us the receipts, bro. Stephen, you got to show us the receipts. Unless he already has and I missed it. Maybe he already has. There's a third party that can prove I was looking for him and had to contact. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. He's like, I'm going to show you the mother effing receipts. Oh, damn. Oh, shit. He disappeared on me. Oh, shit. And I had to get them to contact. Oh, shit. The sector is on fire. Shaquem, I don't know how you are keeping up, broski. How are you keeping up? Stephen is on your ass. All right, so when are we going to see, how are we going to go about this, or point me in the right direction so that I can see how Shaquem actually owes you this money? Okay. He didn't show the messages of me asking for the money multiple times. Do you have the messages? Can you send the messages to my email multiple times? What he did was dirty. What he did was dirty. Damn. Davna, what's up? What's up, homegirl? What is up? What is up? Damn. He knows the third party. Ask Shakim who reached out to him to call me. Holy shit. Now, here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. Just because there's a third party doesn't mean that he owes you. That just means you told somebody why he owes you. And that person believed you, and that person reached out to Shakim. So the multiple messages of you asking for the money back, is it the money back? They could confirm the timeline. It's someone very trusting in the sector. Oh, shit. Thank you for the $200, Binary. I'm here. Oh, my God. Hey, I don't have a co-host on this channel, Josephine. Would you like to be my co-host on this channel? I don't have a co-host over here, even though there's not no real shows. I'm not really doing a show over here. And I don't really like opening up the panel over here, but I will eventually. But I just like to just relax. You know what I mean? Sometimes, people get over here and they start screaming and arguing and stuff, but sometimes that shit gets old. I just like to kind of, chill out, man, and just relax. You know what I'm saying? So let's see here. I have to put my clothes in the dryer. What can I play while I do that? So in our sector, just so you guys know, in our sector, there are a lot of things that go on, right? And one of the things that go on in the sector is people try to create things to move on to that next level. And there's a person, his name is Ghost. He also goes by the name of TCTV. Now, TCTV, let me see if I could pull up his page. Let me see here. He changes his name like once a month, so it's kind of hard to, hold on, let me see. What is he now? I think he's Turned Up TV or something like that. Let's see. All right, Turned Up TV. Yeah, Turned Up TV. There he is. All right, so let's go here to Turned Up TV. 9,170 subscribers. So he's doing his damn thing. All right, so here we are. Turned Up TV. Let me share my screen. Let me share my screen. So I just want to give you guys a little backstory before you watch the clip. Kip put this out? Are you serious? Kip put the information out? Come on, General. Come on, General Kip. No, damn. Shakim is the new Flacco. Damn. It was private between me and Shakim. I never told a soul. You haven't been watching me talk about this clearly. No, I haven't. But I will. I will start. All right, so here's Turned Up TV. Boom. Now, Turned Up TV is trying. As you can see his videos, you see he's doing stuff like he has like these mini skits, and I think he's doing this to make like a movie. So he has these mini skits, Ratchet Work Wives, analytics, the flip side of villain. Like, you see all this, the flip side of movie reaction. Now, all this has a common narrative theme, I'm thinking. I tried to follow. I couldn't really keep up. But all of it, I think, has some type of underlying theme to it. I don't really know what the underlying theme is, but I'm pretty sure if you're in this, you know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't get it. Somebody in the chat may understand and can help me out on like the underlying theme of all this. I don't know if it could even be sector related. Like, these could be like little things from the sector, which would be genius that he's creating in real life, but he's using these people to play out certain scenarios in our sector. If that's the case, that would be dope, but then somebody's going to have to explain it to me. And the only reason I believe that is because this one right here. You smell like piss. He has a red hoodie on. And truck driver movie teaser. There is somebody, General Kip does wear red hoodies. He talked about being a truck driver. Sometimes you got to piss in bottles because you don't want to stop or some shit like that. And then boom, we have this. And we use that. We hold that against him in the sector and we talk our shit, right? And so boom, so you have this. So I don't know if that's what he's doing, but I guess I'm just not keeping up enough to understand like all these things. Maybe I'm included in some of these things, but I don't know. But anyways, all of this right here takes funding, right? All of it takes funding. He has a cameraman. He has an editor. He has himself. He has the actors. He has all this. And so what he decided to do was go into business with D. Durrell. So Turned Up TV borrowed a shit ton of money from D. Durrell for his production. Okay, and I'm telling this story for those in the B sector so that they will know whenever I play this clip and I go put my clothes in the dryer, they will understand the clip. Okay, and so Turned Up TV borrowed a shit ton of money from D. Durrell. Okay, and he missed a payment. All right, he missed a payment. So D. Durrell was being gracious and made the payback low. Like, look, you only have to give me, this, once a month. Just pay me this amount. You know what I mean? And, we'll just go from there. And I think it was around Christmas time, maybe, or New Year's, maybe. But he missed a payment. And when he missed that payment, all of a sudden, little shit started leaking out into the sector. So General Kip, who he made this trailer after with the red hoodie, General Kip was talking to D. Durrell's mistress on a panel one day. I forget whose panel it was, but they were talking. And they started talking about this, like how D. Durrell is upset because Turned Up TV owes him money. We were like, what the fuck? So they let the cat out of the bag that this dude is delinquent on pay. The check has not cashed or cleared. Give me my money. And so that opened up the floodgates. Tons of questions from the sector. We are like, first off, we were tripping that he borrowed money from D. Durrell. So we were tripping on that. Like, damn, this dude actually reached out to D. Durrell and borrowed money, right? So we were tripping on that. And then, of course, we were tripping on, you're not paying this man back? Damn. Now, mind you, D. Durrell, this is just a narrative, okay? I don't know how true this is. But we are thinking, and I am thinking, let me speak for myself, that D. Durrell set up this whole explosion of Turned Up TV because he missed the payment. Oh, you're going to miss a payment? Oh, yeah, we finna air your ass out. And the craziest thing is, right, is when the information came out, D. Durrell, in my mind, this is only in my mind, D. Durrell was pretending like he had nothing to do with it. That's some bullshit, man. He's like, no, we still cool. I don't know why my mistress would put this shit out. I don't know what's going on. Her and Kip being messy, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. Nah, brother. You wanted to make an example. Because I am pretty sure he's not the only one that owes you money. And you wanted to make an example like, nah, you ain't about to mess around with my money. I don't care how much you owe me. I don't care how much we said the payments are. You're going to make these payments. And I'm going to embarrass you. But they tried to be on a panel together, Turned Up TV, D. Durrell, and they tried to explain it away. But I think eventually it even got even more messy. You know what I mean? So anyways, this guy owes D. Durrell money. So he's been campaigning, trying to raise money and do all that. So the clip that I'm about to show you while I go put my clothes in the dryer is actually him, allegedly. It's him, okay? It's one of his fundraisers as he was a pastor, right? It's one of his fundraisers when he was a pastor to raise money for the production, okay? So yes, of course, it's always nasty when the church is mixed into things, all right? So there were a couple of things. Okay, before I play it, there were a couple of things, right? One, we knew he needed money, so we had a begathon. We had a begathon to try to get him more money for his production. You know what I mean? So we had a begathon. That didn't raise very much money. And so because our begathon didn't raise him very much money, we had to do a cell phone-a-thon. So he organized his people from his church to do a cell phone-a-thon. And they raised tons of money for his project, which is why when you were looking at his channel, you saw a lot of videos, because he did a cell phone-a-thon. It's like begging with your cell phones, and they were so happy of that technology that they found and discovered by, you know, doing all these dry, is it called dry calls? Whenever you just calling somebody out of the blue or whatever, pretty much being a telemarketer, pretty much cell phone-a-thon. So we're gonna watch the reaction of the cell phone-a-thon when they raise tons of money. Okay, we're gonna watch that as I go put my clothes in the dryer. So enjoy this, you guys. Enjoy this.
All expense paid to Zambia. Our youth ambassadors. In July, we're sending 50 folk to the auxiliaries and ministries convention in Charlotte. All expense paid. We've been doing it for 8, 9 years, 7, 8 years. All expense paid. We needed about $60,000 to make it all happen. For the last 2, 3 years, every month we sell dinners to the Ford dealership, and we make a flat $500. Hallelujah. That's a lot of dinners to sell to get to $60,000. Let me tell you what the Lord did on Tuesday night. On Tuesday night, we came in, and instead of having Bible study, we was all in the hallway, all up in here, all in the classroom. And that was the only time I permitted everybody to be on their cell phone at the same time. And we had what's called cell phone-a-thon. Started at 7 o'clock Tuesday night and concluded about 9 o'clock Tuesday night. And in 2 hours, we raised 34 months worth of Ford dinners. In case you don't understand what that means, $17,000 in 2 hours just for talking on the phone. You ought to bless God. It's called cell phone-a-thon. We're going to do it again. God has ways that are past finding out. God has ways of doing what he want to do. And when he does it, child, it'll blow your mind. There's nothing too hard for God. You on that job you on, and you know you're not qualified to be there. Look at somebody and tell them, but God. You living in that house. Everybody all around you foreclosing. But not only are you able to pay your note, you able to pay all of your bills and have some extra. Tell everybody, but God. He's able to do exceeding and abundantly above all that we can ask or think.
All right, shout out to TCTV. Shout out to Pastor Ghost. They raised the money, y'all. They raised the money, but he still owes D Darrell. So, there's that. All right, yeah. What up, Big Rig? Good to see you, bro. We in here chilling. So now that I got my clothes in the dryer, and now that we see Stephen is adamant that Shaquem owes him $300. He is adamant that Shaquem owes him $300. Like I said, it is very hard for me to believe that, only because if Shaquem did owe him money, why wouldn't he just pay him back? Because we're seeing that Shaquem has a shit ton of money right now. So if he really owed you, why wouldn't he just pay you back? Like, I don't get it. Unless he just doesn't want to give Stephen the money. Sometimes when you owe, look, there's a person that owes me $125. For real. And when he asked to borrow the money from me, I told him straight up. I told him, look, you can borrow this money from me, but I'm gonna let you know. And we're close. We're close, right? And I let him know. I was like, look, you can borrow this money from me, but if you don't pay me back, you could keep the money. You could keep the money. But if you don't pay me back, you can never ask to borrow money from me ever again. And that was the stipulation that I gave him when he asked to borrow the money. So I was like, are you sure you want to borrow this money from me? Because now you can never ask me again until you pay this back. He's like, oh, yeah, I get paid in a couple of weeks, man. Trust me, I'm going to pay you back. I'm going to pay you back. And then I told him, now you're putting the time on it. Right? I told him, now you're putting the time on it. So you said a couple of weeks. So most of the time, a couple of weeks is 2 weeks. 3 weeks. If you don't pay me back in 3 weeks, you can not only not ask me for any more money, but even if you paid me back after the 3 weeks, you can't ask me for any more money. It is what it is. You just can't. So maybe his conscience would get to him if he doesn't pay me back. Maybe his conscience would get to him. He'd be like, look, man, I know it was past the 3 weeks and I know I can't ask you for no money, but boom, this is what I owe you. And then you can kind of see integrity a little bit. You can kind of see character, right? It has been 3, 4. Hey, babe, how long has it been since the football stuff from JD? Yeah, but how long has that been since JD was on for the tradesman? You don't know? That's years, though, huh? That's 6 or 7 years. It's been like 6 or 7 years, and he hasn't paid me back once. And he called me yesterday. He called me yesterday. I did not pick up the phone. Not because he owes me or anything. I just didn't pick up the phone. 6 or 7 years. And he still hasn't paid me back. That's crazy. But anyways, I don't give money and be like, yo, you got to pay me back. I just put stipulations on it. That's all. That's all. Could this be the thing about Shaquem? He's just like, I'm not paying this Negro back, and I don't give a damn. Could it be that? Could it be like the homie that borrowed $125 from me? He took the money and don't give a damn, and still trying to contact, still trying to talk, still trying to do all this stuff. And I'm not even tripping. Like, it's not like I didn't pick up the phone because he owed me money. It's just sometimes I just don't like talking on the phone. I just don't. You know what I mean? And so I didn't pick up the phone. I just don't like talking on the phone. But yeah, I wonder if it could be that. But damn, Stephen is adamant. Stephen is adamant that Shaquem owes him $300. All right, let's talk about Sassy and talent. Okay, we're gonna talk about Sassy and talent a little bit. All right, I'm not quite understanding. Hold on, let me do something real quick. I like having visuals. The Sassy Show. Boom. I like having visuals. How come when I put the Sassy show in here, she doesn't really pop up right away? She has a lot of subs too. She gets a lot of views too. All right, let's see here. Boom. All right, boom. Okay. Damn, she has like 6,000 subs, man. Sassy be doing her thing, right? Sassy be doing her thing. Now, is that really her, or is that a movie star? I don't know if that's really her. Let's go ahead and share the screen. Boom. Yes, ma'am. Sure. Yeah. Yeah, my wife just asked me if I wanted breakfast. Of course. Boom. All right. Boom. The Sassy Show. Okay. Now, this is my premium channel. I am subscribed to Sassy. This is my premium channel. So you already know I don't really do all that on the premium channel. But boom. Okay. She gets her numbers. Look at that. She gets her numbers, man. Her last live that she did 2 months ago, 2.1 thousand views, 3.5, 3.9, 3.8, 2.1, 3.1, 3.9, 5K. Damn. 2.6, 2.7. Now I know it could be one person watching, like, you know, clicking in, clicking out, clicking in, clicking out. I know that can happen, but still, it's a lot, man. 5.5, 1.8, 1.12. Like, she gets her views, man. She gets her views. So that means people are taking their time to watch her work. You know what I mean? Why wouldn't I want to align myself up with that? That's dumb as hell to not want to align yourself up with somebody that is successful. What I wasn't anticipating, though, was a hating ex-boyfriend. That's what I didn't anticipate. I didn't anticipate her ex-boyfriend hating YouTube back and forth stuff so much that he wants to ruin my life. This is the thing. When somebody can't keep things on YouTube, you already know they lost, and you already know what type of person you're dealing with. I don't know if you guys know this, but Talent has been threatening me with just everything that he's been threatening me with. Oh my gosh. We checked out all of your research. We saw the articles you wrote. We saw everything that you've done. We saw your dissertation. We saw everything. And you got to understand that we are master trolls. I believe him. Look, I believe him. I believe him that they went and they dug up my whole life. Like, I'm not even going to hold you. I believe him, because that's what losers do. They will go and dig up your whole shit because they have nothing else. I've went back and forth with Talent on a panel, and he tapped out. He's like, oh, I'm done. You want to know why he tapped out? Because that's not his strong suit. I don't care what anybody says, but Talent is this and Talent. That's not his strong suit. You want to know what his strong suit is? And believe me, I believe this wholeheartedly, what I'm about to say. This is Talent's real talent. To get pissed, and I've seen people like this, because there's a guy like this right now. I've seen this happen before. There's a guy in my sector right now that he is talent, but he's just not talent. You know what I mean? Same character, it's the same thing. They can't go back and forth with you on a panel. They can't keep up with you with your content. They can't stand the success. They can't stand any of that. So what do they do best? They go behind the scenes and try to destroy your real life. That's what they do. They go behind the scenes and try to destroy your real life. The guy that's trying to destroy my life from my sector, he's good at that. I mean, it's not working for him, but he's good at that. He's very consistent. He's very, very consistent, and he's good at it. Like, that's what he's good at. It's not working, but he's good. And now I just have another one who I guess has a camp of people that like to do this. What did he say? Yeah, how is your Vietnamese wife gonna like you now when you ain't got no employment, or you ain't got this, or you ain't got that? Little does he doesn't understand the dynamics of my relationship. That's all. He doesn't understand that. My wife and I, we didn't build our relationship on money. We actually built it off of love. There's a huge difference. A huge difference. We've had the ups and downs in life. We had as high up as you could get, and we had as low as you can get in life. And we withstood that. So it's funny. It's funny the guy that's saying that shit about me is the guy that's defending his ex. How does your ex feel about you popping up every time? How does your ex feel? Are you her knight in shining armor? Remember, that's your ex, bro. That's your ex. Look, misery loves company. I need Binary to be like me and not have the woman of his dreams. Damn it, right now he's living the best life. He has the woman of his dreams. He has a beautiful family. He has a wonderful life. I lost the woman of my dreams. I lost everything. I need him to lose everything. That's what's going on. Misery loves company. And so this is all talent can do. And I believe him, and I believe it's bad. I believe whatever it is that he plans on doing, I believe it's going to be bad. Like, I really do. But I don't care. I'm sorry if that's all you can do is try to ruin people's lives because we're on YouTube and you can't keep up. I'm sorry, brother. That has to be miserable. Miserable. That you can't click go live and talk shit. You can't click a StreamYard link on somebody else's panel and talk shit. That has to be, that's a miserable existence because that's something you want to do. You want to do that, but you can't. And so when you start getting out-trolled, when you start getting out-talked, when you start getting outflanked, what do you have to do? Oh, let's get into his real life. Ooh, look at these articles he's written. Ooh, plagiarism. Look at these articles. Now, if what he was saying was true, then I would be a little bit nervous. Oh no, he busted me. Plagiarism. Oh no, I'm in trouble. I didn't really work hard for this shit. Yeah, Binary, you went to this online school that's a diploma mill. That's why I made sure before I responded to that bullshit that he's talking about, I made sure that I was on Bree's platform when there were like 600 in the chat, and I know there's going to be thousands and thousands of views, to highlight the school that I actually go to with, or I actually went to with the facts. I had to show the facts that people hardly graduate from that school. How is it a diploma mill when you're trying to get a 4-year degree? 34%. 74% retention. So that means people are trying their fucking hardest to get a degree from this accredited, highly esteemed private college, you idiot. What an idiot. You went to a diploma mill. They just be giving out degrees to everybody. 34%. I know somebody in my sector that has a doctorate with a 94% graduation rate, brother. 94. That's a diploma mill. So you can miss me with that bullshit. So 4 years just to get a damn bachelor's degree, 34%. Let's go to a master's degree. Okay, it goes up because you're investing a little bit more time. 35%. It goes up 1%. 1%. And sometimes it takes them more than 6 years to get it. So let's go with a doctorate degree. 1% of my school's population complete the program, Negro. 1%. Stop. 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 And I even have proof, and my sector has seen the proof. I was at the top of that 1%, you idiot. The top of that 1%. My sector has heard the proof from my committee board that actually was showering praise on me, talking about how well I did and how people just don't do what I did. They just don't do it. I am in an elite group of folk, and there's proof. This is what happens when people dox me. They get pissed. I'm a public figure, you idiot. So if you dox me, you're going to see my accomplishments because people who know me already have the information. So all you can do is try to embarrass me. All you can do is send people clips, do this, do that. That's all you can do. And trust me, I don't think that you're bad at that. That's what you do. I talk shit, I troll. I'm really good at that. You dox and try to ruin people's lives. You're good at that. I'm sorry that you're just the scum of the earth. Forgive me that you're just the scum of the earth. Don't be mad at me because you don't have no real talent. Don't be upset with me because you don't got real talent. It's not my fault. What you do is a talent. It is. I'm going to dox you. I'm going to report. I'm gonna. That's a real talent. That's a real skill. That takes dedication. Can you guys imagine what this mofo is doing? He is on his computer writing emails. He is on his computer typing shit up. He is on his computer fishing through my personal shit. He's on his computer looking, trying to look for my family, trying to look for he is a whole weirdo. That's what he does. You want to know what I do? I listen to live streams. I listen to live streams. I take notes. I do commentary. People super chat me. People join my memberships. People give me cash apps. There's a difference. And you have to remember that this dude is in the sector. Here's the real reason why I think that he can't stand me outside of me trolling his ex. Remember, it's his ex. It's not his girl. It's his ex who keeps him on a short leash, which is crazy as well. She don't want to be with him, but she wants him around for situations like this, which is insane to me. Insane. But mind you, this is why he's really upset. Because when I came into his sector, people were low-key trying to compare me. Oh, hold on. Ah, really? Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay. All right. So, what was I even saying? People were trying to compare me. They were trying to compare me. Oh, he reminds me of talent. He reminds me of talent. And then once they seen I'm actually better than talent because I actually have talent, they can't compare me to talent anymore. And this is why they can't compare me to talent, because I don't go behind the scenes trying to ruin people's lives. So please, guys, stop comparing me to talent because I don't do that. I don't go behind the scenes, see a good thing, and try to ruin it because I'm butthurt. Like, I don't do that. Why would I do that? So please don't compare me to that man no more. We are different. We're cut from a different cloth. We are cut from a different cloth. So that's my little rant for talent. Now, moving on to, oh, look at this. Oh, he's here. He's here. Oh, taking social media way, sorry guys, I wasn't even in the chat. Taking social media way too seriously. Wow. Wow. Just stop stalking my ex, bro. Oh my God. Why wasn't I in the chat? Why was I doing the YouTube cameras? I was staring at the ceiling talking my shit. Damn it. Why wasn't I in the chat? I was staring at the ceiling talking my shit. Damn it. Should have been, my black ass should have been in the chat. Deuce to kissing ass. Bro, look, what I do on my spare time is what I do on my spare time. I'm sorry, brother. I'm sorry that you don't like what I do on my spare time. Some people like playing golf. Some people like doing ultimate frisbee, motherfucker. Some people like doing bullshit. I like to be on YouTube talking shit. You can say sad, sad, sad all you want, but what's crazy, Beasley, is you're here. You're here, bro. Where are you at right now? Where are you at? He left. I just lost one, y'all. You see how that works? You see how that works? When you tell them the truth, they dip. You see how that works? It's crazy because talent, I'm telling you what happened. The song was nice. He's in his feelings now. It'll be a, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Yeah, talent, really? Yeah, really. And he knows this shit. He knows this shit. Let me tell you something about talent. Talent is sneaky as shit. He makes it seem like, drop the link. I'll drop the link in a minute, Intrinsic. I'll drop the link in a minute. I gotta talk my shit though. Talent probably left now because he knows what I'm saying is facts. He went on ODS's platform and he threatened the shit out of me, right? How is your wife gonna feel when you're homeless? Pretty much. How is Grand Canyon gonna feel when I report that you've been plagiarizing and doing this and doing that? How is this person gonna feel? How is that person gonna feel? We got tons of trolls that are just gonna go and fuck up your real life, pretty much. That's what he's saying, right? That's what he does, right? Don't get upset because this is how I respond, brother. Look, I could have done this on ODS's platform. But what I didn't want to do was shout into the void. So as soon as you talked your shit and you couldn't stand there and listen to me respond and you had to bounce right away, that's one thing I don't understand. That is a sassy talent move. That's a sassy talent move. They probably learned that when they were together. They learned that. They probably were behind the scenes, right? FaceTiming, having phone sex or whatever it is they were having. And during the middle of that, they were like, you know what would be a good move for us? Talent's all, what, baby? What, baby? What would be a good move for us? As he's smoking a cigarette after he's done with the Jergens. You know what I mean? Smoking a cigarette. What would be good for us, baby? What would be good for us? She has her hair in rollers. You know what I mean? What's up? What's up? What's up? I'm on YouTube talking shit. What's up, guys? All right, and so, you know, what would be good for us? What would be good for us? If we don't allow others to talk trash, that's what would be good. If we would go up there, Callie, hush. Callie, stop. Oh my God, my dog is bugging out. If we would just go up there and have a one-sided conversation. Let's have a one-sided conversation. We go up there, we speak our speech, and then we just hop on down real quick. Then we don't even have to deal with what they're going to say back to us. Yeah, baby, that's a great idea. That's a great idea. And then like it was a camera slip, right? So it was a camera slip, and his camera went down and it showed his junk or whatever. And she was like, oh, and she got disgusted, right? She got disgusted. And she was like, I can't work with that. And so she broke up with him, right? And he was trying to explain, you know, it was post, okay, I got to say this quietly. He has to explain that it was post-ejaculation. And he was trying his hardest to explain that it's post-ejaculation and that things get better. Trust. It was just, you know, camera slip. It's a camera slip. It's cold. It's cold in the house. And she's like, hell no. And broke up with him, right? And so she broke up with him. And he's been bitter ever since. And now he sees, believe it or not, what he's seeing is somebody that would actually be good with Sassy on shows. As much as I'm trolling the shit out of Sassy, and as much as a lot of people that don't like her or whoop-de-whoop, whatever, if her and I did a show together, it would be successful. I don't give a damn what anybody says. It would be successful. And I think he realizes this. He realizes this. And he's scared. But talent, I just want you to rest assured, brother, I am happily married. I am too old for the foolishness and the bullshit. I am not trying to lose everything that I worked so hard to build. I'm not trying to lose legacy. I'm not trying to lose my family. I'm not trying to lose the wife of whom I've loved for over 20 plus years. Brother, I don't want Sassy, brother. I don't, brother. So just calm down. If by the grace of the universe and the grace of Lord Jesus that we actually did do a show together, you have nothing to worry about. You have nothing to worry about, bro. You good. You good. You good, brother. You don't have anything to worry about. Oh, you gonna take her? Okay. There you go. All right, guys. I am eating some fried eggs, rice, and kimchi. This is a staple in our family. Rice and eggs, fried eggs, rice, and kimchi. Really, really good. My camera is a little shitty right now. I would turn my camera on, but it's a little shitty. Hold on, so you guys can see this. Hey, Scylla. Babe. Scylla. Can you turn the light on? Oh, thank you. Never mind. Thank you, babe. All right, so let's see here. Let me turn this on real quick. Boom. All right, here you go. I'm looking a little nappy, y'all. Forgive me. Y'all know I don't care about all that shit. But here it is. Boom. Some rice, some eggs, some kimchi on the side. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Really, 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 really good. Really good. Really good. That's like a staple in our family. That's a staple in our family. All right, so now this is really what's going on with talent, right? He's just upset that I'm trolling Sassy. Okay, he's upset that I'm trolling Sassy. And I'm sorry, bro. I'm a troll. That's just what I do. You don't have to get into my real life, and you don't have to make false narratives. You don't have to make false narratives. A diploma mill? Hardly anybody graduates from that damn school. Hardly anybody. But that's what you have to do to try to make yourself look good. You know what I mean? But you ran into somebody that does fact. I can't speak well, and that's what Sassy be getting on me about. And I like that about Sassy. I like that about Sassy is she will get on me about, things that, like I'll say tangent instead of tandem. You know what I mean? I don't, you know what I mean? I self-correct a lot, or I have others correct me because, just because I'm a doctor doesn't mean that I'm flawless or anything like that. But I forgot what I was even talking about. Because this food looks too damn good for me not to focus in on this. Damn, what was I even talking about? Something about Sassy. Oh yeah, and something I like about Sassy is she knows how to combat. She has dope ass banter when we go back and forth. The only thing is I don't think she truly knows my character yet. I think once it clicks in her mind, like what I'm really, 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 really about, I think she would love to work with me. But right now, it's gonna be hard though. It's gonna be hard. You have some nerve. You have some nerve to tell me to log off and eat when all you do is be in your microphone smacking. All you do is be in your microphone smacking. Negro, stop. You got some nerve, brother. That's some bullshit. Telling me to log off and eat, Negro. That's some bullshit. Okay. Beasley trolls Sassy. You see me saying anything to him? You take this so personally. Come on, brother. Seriously? Seriously, anybody can see the difference. It's as clear as day. Anybody can see the difference. You're saying I take this personally. All I got to do is scroll up just a little bit and watch you say, just please stop trolling my ex. Have you ever said that to Beasley? I'll wait. Have you ever said that to Beasley? To please stop trolling your ex. Have you ever said that to him? Hold on. I'm waiting for a real answer. Have you ever said to Beasley, please stop trolling my ex? Because if you haven't, what I'm doing is different. If you've never said that to Beasley, you have to admit that what I'm doing is different. Because I think you can clearly see the writing on the wall. Now, I know in Sassy's mind, there is no way in the world she thinks that we would ever link up and do shit. But I can see into the distant ass future. And there's going to come a point in time where Sassy's going to realize just how well we can work together. It's going to click in her mind like, oh shit, he is annoying. He is an asshole. But damn, when we're together, we get views. It's going to click in her mind eventually. It's going to happen. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be now. I'm not saying it's going to be next week. I'm not even saying it's going to be a couple of months. It might be a year and a half. See, this is what a lot of people probably don't realize about me. And I'm telling the honest to God truth. I'm telling the honest to God truth. This is what a lot of people don't realize. I am really enjoying the B sector, and I am really here to stay. I found an area on YouTube that I genuinely love for real. I love my sector, and the beef sector is my sector on steroids that actually has a deep respect for the LGBTQI community. And I'm cool with that. I love that shit. My sector doesn't, unfortunately. My sector doesn't. They don't. But I love my sector to death. But they don't have. That's an element that they're actually missing, and they don't want that element. Right? They don't. And I was in my sector, and they know that I'm an ally. They know I'm an ally. I've never, ever once downplayed that. I truly am. And so I'm here. So when I say the distant future, it could be 1 year from now. Hopefully in 1 or 2 years, I would be solidified in the beef sector. That's my hope anyways. Like, oh shit, he really ain't going nowhere. He really is doing this shit. He really is doing this. And you know what I mean? And I built some solid relationships and shit. I'm talking about then. So brother, I'm looking into the future. Talent is stuck on here and now. I just don't want you trolling my ex. Just come on, brother. Don't be trolling my ex. All right, so let's see here. Pink Pastel says, hey, Code, I hope you address Lemon's claims that you pimped out Stargate to him and every other vile thing that he said. Okay, in order for me to pimp out anybody, that means there has to be some type of return coming to me. I have never once got a financial gain by suggesting that someone talk to Stargate. Now, when Stargate likes somebody, if you guys haven't noticed this, if Stargate likes somebody or if somebody has taken interest in Stargate, I will push the narrative. And if somebody likes somebody and they're showing interest in somebody around me, I'm going to push that narrative because that's the easiest way to mother effing troll. It doesn't take effort. Like I said before, and I will say it again, the Hispanic Doxer and Lemon series that I was doing takes zero effort. It's the laziest, easiest, most bang for your buck form of trolling that you can do. So if opportunity presents itself and I can get in between relationships and start steering emotions, I'm going to do it. Now, if Lemon wants to call that pimping, he can call it whatever he wants to call it. I don't give a damn. All I know is when opportunity knocks, I open the door and I say, wipe your mother effing feet. That's it. That's it. All right, Beasley, bruh, have fun in the chat, but watch your freaking mouth about Sassy's melanated skin. Let this serve as a warning. Hey, don't mess with the fave, man. The fave has been on panels. The fave has been killing it in the chat, and now the fave is wielding that damn wrench, brother. You better be careful. I don't ask no questions when it comes to fave. I knew the answer was no. I knew the answer was no. I knew the answer was no. And I knew you would try to preface it with something. I knew you would try to clean it up with something. But I knew the answer was no, bro. So you already know this is different. I don't have to convince you because you already know. I don't have to convince you. You're probably sitting there right now like this asshole because you already know it's different, bro. You know there's a difference happening right now when it comes to me and when it comes to Beasley. You know there's a difference. And unfortunately, you're threatened by it. Don't be threatened. I'm telling you. I have a very, very good life. Hold on, I need something to drink. Oh, I got coffee right here. I'm tripping. I have a very good life, brother. You don't need to be threatened, man. You're good. You're good. You still have a chance. I don't know. I don't know if you have a chance or not. You might have a chance. You might have a chance, but I'm no threat. You don't have to worry about me, brother. I am no threat. Was he going crazy? I think Shakim is going to review that, so I don't want to really review it. Okay, you're a voice, Sassy. Okay. Really? Seriously? Wow. So you think all three of us, if we got together, it would be a dope-ass show? Maybe. Yeah, that's interesting. Oh, my God. Now you're siding with Beasley. I got it to the point where you're siding with Beasley now. That's crazy. That's insane. Give me a second, y'all. Yeah, I didn't want to smack in your ear. Unlike Beasley. Beasley don't give a damn. He's going to eat whatever the hell it is he's eating. He don't care. He's going to be all up in the microphone. Yeah, I'm so glad we found the space as well. You know what I mean? And thank you for what happened for being so welcoming. What's up, Muzz? Good to see you, bro. I know you've been here for a minute. If I didn't shout you out, forgive me. I haven't really been in the chat like that. If you're here and if you're bold enough to drop down, you know what I mean? Best sector. All right, so there's that. So Sassy has a show tomorrow. Oh my God. You really want to come talk to me, bro? All right, fine. Why not? I just wanted people to know that I don't need co-hosts. I don't need any of that. All right, so you're here, Lady Snoop. Before I can't drop the link right now, guys. I'm sorry, I just can't. Okay, Lady Snoop. I'm so glad you're here. Can you unblock me? You don't have this channel blocked, but you do have my other channels blocked. And I don't know why. You have CodeFam HQ blocked. Can you unblock me? I don't have no issues with you. I know that there are certain people in the B sector that have issues with you. I have zero issues. I like going to your channel. I like seeing you in chats. I have zero issues. You don't have to worry about me disrespecting or anything or talking shit or anything like that. Now I will troll. Now, okay. Don't unblock me if you can't handle trolling. because I will troll the shit out of you. You know what I mean? Unlike Sassy. Sassy right now can't handle the trolling. And you would think her ex's talent, you would think that talent would have spent just a little bit of time teaching her troll ways. Like, these are trolls. This is what we do. See, like, he didn't even, like, their relationship was so one-sided that he learned everything about Sassy, but Sassy didn't learn shit about him. He wasn't able to kick his feet up and be like, yeah, girl, let me tell you a little bit about trolls and our trolling ways. You know, it's a whole genre. It's a whole group of folk. We have our own subsection. This is trolling 101. He never had that opportunity because he was kissing her ass so much that, you know, he never got to express himself in the relationship, allegedly. So that's all. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Yeah, I know you. I know you. Yeah, I know you. Yeah, I'm binary. I'm B code. This is my backup to the backup. Yeah. And I'm glad you found your way over here. All right. And trust me, I'm telling you, I don't do all that, you know, don't do this. Don't talk to this person. Don't talk to that person. I don't do all that. All right. So I'll go ahead and drop the link since people are requesting it. I don't want to drop the link, but I'm going to because I love people, sort of. So let me go ahead and drop this link, and then maybe I can eat too. So if somebody come up here, you know what I'm saying, and entertain the crowd. There's 70 folk here. Make sure you guys please hit the like button, you know, and yeah. Well, a little bit. I'm not really hating on. I'm hating on your homeboy. Yeah. I am hating on your homeboy. Those are facts. But I'm not really hating on your bougie cousin. I like your bougie cousin. She just don't like me. You know what I mean? So you can't say that I'm a hater because I actually like her. She just don't like me. That's all. But I am hating on your homeboy. Yeah. That you have correct. that right there you have correct. Only because your homeboy threatened me. He can't keep shit on YouTube. That's the only issue I have with your homeboy. He can't keep shit on YouTube. Ah, hell, you finna run people out of the damn chat. God damn. What's up, B?
Khaled has you picked up. He has you. He's got you about right.
Why is that?
Because you're over eager to be liked.
What's wrong with that?
Over eagerness, because it doesn't come off as sincere. See,
Okay.
people appreciate sincerity. Everywhere.
Wait, hold on. You said it doesn't come off as sincere, but that doesn't mean it's not.
It's not sincere.
Why do you think that?
I can tell. Well, I hear examples that you would make me, after having no interactions with me, that you would position me as an opposition to gain favor with people because they're saying unfavorable things. That's one example. Another example is that when you start telling people, "Oh, I love you. Oh, I love you," oh God, that shit just drives me nuts. When
I know,
people
but
say
who do I
shit
love?
like
Who do I love? Who do I love?
You said, "I love you, get a winner." Like, oh, I love so. Even the one that you call your fave, she's been nothing but a menace to me. I don't even know who she is. She follows me around. She reads my board. She takes things from things. She just. So hold on a second. Even though you call your fave, you have it no more than 3 or 4 weeks. You're extra familiar. See, I can express myself well. Maybe that's why they're afraid of me. You're extra familiar and friendly and big upping people, and you really do like people determined on how many subs they have and how big their chat is. It's super insincere, and all of you guys are doing it with the Umar sector. Did you? And I'm gonna say one thing, and then I'm gonna. Everything that I told you would happen with Shakim happened in hyperspeed. It happened even faster than I thought. As soon as his money in the meter ran out, he got kicked to the curb when he couldn't come up with 1,000. They pressed him. They pressed him and put pressure on him just like a hog on the street. Bitch, better have my money. When he could not come up with the money, she kicked him to the goddamn curb. No
Not
hesitation.
Really.
Yes, she did.
She's honoring the final days of his contract.
Okay, honoring of a verbal contract. I spent hours and hours up on her panel and every panel in the damn. I've already cruised the beef sector, and I got what I got out of it. And you'll be surprised how many of them that I get along with, they just choose to be silent so they don't have to go along with the majority.
No, I'm
So
hearing you, but you can't fault Shakim for how he wants to move. And this is one thing that I'm starting
hold on. Yes, I can.
Yeah, you can.
Yes,
Hold on.
I
Let me finish. You can't fault Shakim by the way he wants to move because it's him. You can't always try to dictate how people move because of how you're going to do it. Sometimes you just got to let people make mistakes. Now, go ahead, Beasley. Didn't mean to mute you. I just didn't want you over talking me. Go ahead.
Well, it's all right. You made your point. No, you're right. I could just give him a little bit of a thought and let him do what he's going to do. And if he still refuses to see that they don't give a shit about him, Bree talked to him like a dog. What does he do? He wakes up in the morning and say, "Here, I sent a donation. I sent a donation." Ness talked to him like a dog. I mean, like a dog. Not only did she kick him off the panel, when he was in the chat, he said all he said something was like, "I'm really trying to process what just happened here and everything before I say anything." And she said, "Motherfucker, if you got something to say, I don't give a fuck if you hear or not, this, that, the other." Dogged him the fuck out. Dogged him out. Like, don't you dare question me, ho. I'll kick you off the damn thing. He shows up. He shows up the next day. "I got some money for you. I got some money for you." Ain't none of them bitches turning down no money. They ain't turning down no bread.
Shakim is not cussing them out and talking shit about them. He's talking shit too.
Yeah, when they leave, when they don't hear him, he is not talking no shit. Even his enemy, I hopped up on his panel yesterday, Hood, whatever to do, and I do my thing because I speak freely because I truly don't give a fuck who likes me or don't like me. You know, if anything, laugh, enjoy that someone has some courage, someone there's still a man left with a pair of balls that's not afraid to speak his mind. That's not. You know what? I don't care for Trump too much, but you notice what people admire about him. They admire about him.
He talks his shit. He'll speak his mind. You're right. Beasley, tell me what you're gonna say about when you were on Hoodies, and then we're gonna pass the microphone.
I'll be brief.
What were you gonna say?
I had no problem with Brianna. One day I heard Brianna said something slick in the chat room about me. I'm like, what's this big old bitch talking about? So I've been going in on her and everything because there's no place on earth that anybody is bowing down and putting a 900-pound bitch on a fucking pedestal. It just ain't happening. Okay, it just ain't happening.
900 pounds, bro. You
crazy, brother. She might be. You can't tell me that she's not. But I don't
think she's no 900 pounds.
You don't think, you don't know. And but the point is this. So I start talking about her a little bit and everything like that. He was like, "Oh no, man, don't do that, man. You're gonna mess up my chances of getting with the big sector." Listen, if you swing head on, see, you got a break. You're gonna be all right because you're bi. They're gonna like you a little bit more. But Hood is not. Hood conservatives is not, or I think that's his name. That they're going to reject him too after they take his money, and he's not offering the money like that.
Right.
Thank you for letting me speak. Have a good day.
Muslim. I'm gonna let somebody else speak before you, and then we're gonna do your thing. Okay, is that okay? Thanks, Muslim.
Yeah. First of all, I think it's amazing that your big, fat, greasy, no neck having ass is up here talking about me.
Shit.
And you up here snorting while you motherfucking talk. Worry about controlling your snot.
Shut your fat ass up. Shut your blubber ass up.
You ain't got shit. All you can do is troll on this motherfucking internet, bitch. You motherfucking right. I'm supposed to have the clout, you homeless bitch. You 80 years old and ain't got shit to amount for your motherfucking name. No 401k, no pension, nothing. You going around all these motherfucking grown ass men sucking on their dick about me. Why you worried about my relationships? Are you mad because every time you click a link, they drop you? Instead of
I don't care about none of that.
Yourself,
I don't care about none of that.
You and what the fuck you got going on?
I like
you worried about
agitating
me.
you.
Why are you worried about me?
You.
Why not
I'm not worried about you.
Your own relationship?
I like talking about
you. Get on about these niggas, you bring me up. Why
not? What you gonna do about it?
It's true.
It ain't gonna change shit.
What you gonna do about it?
It ain't gonna change. I'm gonna lay in my bed. You gonna be homeless.
What you gonna do about it? Really?
I'm gonna be bad as fuck in my house, and you gonna sleep on the cot, bitch. You a
how fat are you?
That's all you are. You're nothing.
How fat are you? You angry?
You gotta hang
Are
with
you
the likes of
angry?
grown folks, bitch. You will never
You sound
be shit.
angry.
All you're gonna do is talk about me being fat, and you fat too. When the last time you
Why do you
seen your
sound
dick?
angry?
When the last
Why?
time you
Why do
seen your dick? You can't even see your dick. You sit
How do you
down when
know?
you pee, bitch.
I'm looking
Stop
at it right
playing
now.
with me,
You
you homeless
angry.
prick.
Yeah, you said
can't
you're looking
even
at it
see
right
shit 'cause
now.
You ain't
You're
got no
angry.
motherfucking money. So
You're
my thing
angry.
is, why the fuck do you keep talking about me, you weird bitch?
Just to make you
All right,
angry.
hold on. I'm gonna mute everybody because we can't miss this. While hold on, I'm muting everybody, Beasley. I know that you might have slipped up, Beasley. When Bree was yelling at you, and she said you can't see your dick, you said you're looking at it right now. What is happening here? Go ahead and unmute.
That takes probably a microsecond to move my eyes down.
No, brother.
Hold on. Just stop it.
No, brother.
You can't shame me. You can't shame me and embarrass me. The fact of the matter.
Business. You like Bree. You
You
actually
think
like
so?
her. Yeah. You actually have.
Did you just hear him snort? Did everybody on the panel just hear him snort? This is a fat tar who can't even breathe correctly and feel like he can speak on me.
Bree, you're not going to make 40 years old.
He doesn't have the freedom to bust a nut. He doesn't have the freedom. He can't bust a nut in there. They'll kick him out for indecent exposure.
But she asked me why.
He gotta sit outside all day.
I want to agitate her.
Him and Dragons in the same position. He think he got
piss her off.
He got the
this is a 900-pound chick who's a laughing stock.
You're a 600-pound
She's a
bitch.
laughing
You ain't got
stock.
shit. Can't even
You don't have shit.
Gotta get
You don't have
permission.
shit.
You need permission to speak to me. You want all these
You ain't
men
nobody.
to
You
talk
just a
about
big
me. Why? What do you get out of it? You ain't.
I get joy out of trolling you, making you get out of your body.
Shit going on, you weird.
You ain't got shit.
Yeah,
you ain't got shit.
I get joy out of
You
trolling
ain't got shit. How much do you weigh, Bree?
Your energy into getting a job.
How much do you weigh, Bree?
Your energy in actually getting some motherfucking
how much do you weigh, Bree?
How much do you weigh? As much as your dead daddy do.
How much is your Bree?
As much as your dead daddy do.
Oh damn.
No.
Yeah.
No, he was very thin.
Let's take it there. Let's take it there.
You can't hurt my feelings.
How your daddy died didn't leave you shit. I thought when your parents die, they're supposed to leave you a house. Your daddy died and you living in a homeless shelter.
You don't know where I'm living.
Priorities, bitch.
You don't know where I'm living, but you're fat.
You in a homeless shelter.
You're so fat.
You there.
You are so fat.
You there.
You are so fat and you're angry.
Yeah, I am. Yep.
How'd you get so fat? Have you been fat all your life? Have you been fat all your life?
Yep.
Tell the truth, Bree. What size do you wear? Are you a 12X?
The same size as your dad.
12X? No, you're not.
The same size as your dad.
You're 12X.
Same size as your daddy, bitch. Same size as your daddy.
You're a big old blubber bitch, and you get mad if people call you fat.
You're fucking homeless.
No, you're not. You're big and fat.
Put your camera on, Beasley.
You're huge.
Put your camera on.
Pay me, I'll do it.
Fat bitch.
Pay me. You come up, you fat bitch.
I wouldn't pay you.
Can you imagine this? Hold on, talk about irony. You got this big old
you
got this big old fat bitch calling somebody fat. You are so fat. You are so fat.
Why are you addressing binary?
Where do you get dressed?
Right.
Where do you get dressed? Where do you buy clothes? Where do you buy clothes? Where do you buy clothes? How come you don't go to the gym no more? How come you don't go to the gym no more?
You don't have.
How come you don't go to the gym? Remember you was going to the gym? Ness roasted you so bad about being fat. Ness roasted you so bad about being fat. You took your fat ass to the goddamn gym, and bitch, you couldn't hardly move. I felt sorry for you.
I like her videos.
I felt sorry for you.
I can move around.
I felt sorry for you. No, you can't. No, you can't. You're 900 pounds. You're 30 years old.
You can't move around. You're homeless.
You're 30 years old. You've been the fat girl all your life. You've been the fat girl all your life. You look like you look like a hippopotamus.
You're worried about the wrong
I'm not worried about you at all. You look like a hippopotamus.
About the wrong thing.
I got you up here screaming and hollering.
You're worried about the wrong thing.
Go make a pound cake. Go make a
You're
pound cake. Are
worried
you doing?
about the wrong. I can though. I have
Hold
the
on. Are you gonna
I
do the
have the
fried chicken? Are you gonna do the fried chicken contest? You
I have the
fat
kitchen to do so.
bitch. Are you gonna do
I
the
have
fried
the
chicken
kitchen to do
contest?
so.
Huh? How many chickens can you eat?
My thing is, here's my question, binary.
Fried
Not what
Yeah,
chickens
was
I'm
can
it
you
listening.
eat?
Hold on. She
binary.
wants to talk to me. Go ahead, Bree.
My thing is, wasn't this about you and talent?
Yeah,
How the
absolutely.
fuck did it get on me?
I don't know. I don't know why he dropped off.
Because
Now, just to let you guys know, this is not Code Fam HQ. So if y'all start doing what y'all do, I'll try to control it a little bit, but I just don't have the energy.
Oh no,
You know
I
what I
don't
mean?
listen. I don't need you to control anything. I can handle
Right.
any nigga.
No, you handled your business. I ain't even
I
gonna
was
hold
just asking, like, I thought this was about you and talent. I come in the
It
room
is.
as I'm finna go get ready for what I'm finna do.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna stop by over here and see what's going on. And I hear this blubber bitch, this flubber motherfucker talking about me, and he has gall. He has audacity to be worried about what the fuck I got going on when literally flies be sitting on him.
Now, is that a video y'all saw with flies circulating?
He was literally outside with the camera on, and the fly just was sitting on top of his head like it was nothing because he smells like
he didn't even feel it.
No.
That's how you know, like, you're kind of down bad, when the flies are hovering and landing on you and you don't even feel the shit.
Exactly. But this was fun.
It was. Thank you for coming up here. I know you do have that competition. I can't wait to see it.
All right.
Don't forget it's Shakim's birthday. So if you
I'm actually a judge in the competition now.
Oh wow. Okay.
So bye.
Bye. I don't know why people don't want me to ever be a judge. I think I would be a good judge. I don't understand it. All right, Muslim, you up next, and then Talent, and then I know Talent's gonna talk his shit. But go ahead.
Let Talent go first. Go ahead.
All right. So what's up, Talent? Why are you threatening me, brother?
Okay. I'm glad that you realized you saw your numbers jump up once I said drop the link. You got to learn.
You're responsible for the numbers.
No. I'm not saying that. I'm saying you were doing some long filibuster about things that were just not interesting, and you didn't know where the real meat was. And you have this inability to really know what hot content is. And
I don't want hot content over here. You have the inability to understand that over here, I'm just chilling, bro. I'm not trying to have spectacles. I'm not trying to do a show. But hey, sometimes people like to just chill. You know what I mean?
Go ahead. Exactly. When I say hot content, it doesn't mean that it has to be fireworks. A conversation between you and I can generate hot content in a normal, respectful manner.
Yeah,
so let's start from the beginning, where first of all, let's cut to the chase here, man. Had no issue with you. It even told you, I said, welcome to the beef sector. You know, I said that to you, typed it in the chat, and I thought you understood when I said that. Hey, brother, welcome. Now we're going to have fun. And you as a troll, I thought you knew, because I thought you knew what the game was. You're telling me and your listeners or viewers, you're telling them that I didn't tell Sassy what the game was. I know what the game is, and I have told her.
Oh,
but
you did.
You go above and beyond. That's all I'm saying, Cole. What you've done is I know you like Sassy. Sassy is just that. She's just that chick. I wouldn't have selected her to be my girlfriend. Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah. So I wouldn't have selected her if she wasn't that chick. And I would say something else, but I'm mindful about being on social media and what I can say. But look, this is the thing, man. You know, there was no issue, but for some reason you got really hot under the collar about me, and then Sassy not really responding to you the way you would have liked. You wanted her to grovel like some of these women in these various sectors, because
that's not true. But continue.
Yeah, but because you're articulate, not as articulate as me. And going to that point, you caught on that night when we first introduced ourselves to one another, What was I doing? What did I tell you I was doing, Cole?
I can't remember, brother.
No, you
I
do.
really
I
can't.
was vaping. I was vaping.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And I said, I'm a little out of it. And you were talking about my music because for some reason you put forth the notion that this music is just my end all be all,
It
and you
seems
don't.
like it.
It's a passion project, you know that, and I think Molly had spoken to that. This isn't. It's a passion side project I have, but this
That
has
you're very passionate about.
uh,
It just doesn't pay
no,
the bills, so of
no,
course you can't put 100%
no,
into it.
no. I during the pandemic, I don't want to get into that because
Okay,
we can
okay,
talk
go
about
ahead.
that later. But
Okay,
what
okay.
I'm saying is eventually we were going on, and then you started talking about my music, and I was like, oh god. And you know how this is because you dealt with uppity and other people who have that energy that can go on, and you were in that mood that night. You said, I'm going to really get to him because I've been studying him, and I told you in that live, I know you want to start some type of beef because you want to make yourself known in the beef sector, but I wasn't the one you should have been doing. I'm just a subscriber, man. I'm just a subscriber, man. I don't want you. That was the wrong move, and that's what I was trying to tell you. But eventually, you started talking crazy about my music, and I said, I give up. I waved the white flag, and from that, you took that as some indication that you were just this this genius this troll genius who got the better of me, but that was me de-escalating a situation because as a subscriber I'm not sitting here with a content creator, a struggling content creator, which you were, who's trying to get some traction in a new sector. That wasn't what I wanted to get involved in, and I removed myself in a very diplomatic manner. You would agree, but you not really having that emotional intelligence to understand what I was doing. Unfortunately, you took that as a win. You thought you had a win over me, but when you really look back at it, this is what you should be doing in a lot of situations: de-escalate. If you don't have that if you don't have the energy, if you don't have that stamina to go with uppity, tap out. Say, look, why go on for hours? Like yesterday, you were just going on repeatedly, and then eventually you start yelling, talking about her being toothless, and I'm like, and you gotta understand something, Cole. I like you, but then you start going in about her missing teeth, and you have now descended. You have descended to the ranks of people who just are lowlifes. Just calling others, you just that's not the type of rhetoric we need. But I'm not here to tell I'm not really here to tell you what you can do. But what I am telling you is that initially there was no issue with you. I thought it was all cool. Welcome to the beef sector. Then we can start jabbing one another. It was good because I can't interact with women, black women. I'm not going to do a lemon. What Lemon did last night with Stargate was unconscionable. I mean, if people haven't heard that live, I hope he privates it because I like Lemon too. And I take him to task like I'm taking you to task now. But you have to understand, I cherish black women. And I am not going to sit here and let uh, people clown people, especially when you're punching down. And you know what I'm saying, Cole. There was no need because you have this doctorate degree. Why are you punching down on certain people? And that's equivalent to me. And I know this may ruffle some feathers, but I don't trust anybody who attacks Big Man TV. I can't. Because you have to understand who you're dealing with. And for me, someone of my stature, to be insulting people who are afflicted with certain maladies, who may have some intellectual disabilities, how can I feel good about myself by attacking these people? So it's things like that. And so I don't mind you and I going back and forth. That's what the beef sector is about. But when you go around from room to room trying to get Sassy's attention, man, you didn't and not in a nice way. It's by taking jabs. And then you had the unmitigated gall, the audacity. to click ODS's panel and say, why are you in the beef sector? I mean, that, and this is coming from somebody who's new, a neophyte. I mean, and to do that, and you saw the response you got on the platform, but it's just like, and I give seminars about EQ. For those of you who don't know, emotional intelligence, and part of that is self-awareness, self-regulation. Those are some of the pillars of EQ. I'm sure you know, but you lack that. You severely lack that because you go on a panel where you're new to and say, why is someone who's been in the sector for over 4 years, why is he here? It's crazy. But I do under oh, Beasley's back. Go ahead, Beasley.
No, let me ask him a question real quick, Beasley, before
Yeah,
you.
we got to get Muslim, then me, then Beasley. Go ahead.
Just Tyler, real quick. I just want to ask you a question. Someone's asking this. Do you have a love-hate thing for binary?
I don't love I don't love anybody on social media. Let's get this. I had now he can get this respect back, but I had a respect for the brother, and I told him clearly he's articulate. I like his approach. I like his StreamYard management. Now, his content is suspect because his content is just doing commentary, live reactions to other people's content, which it's hard to respect that. But, in the morning, I do like something that's listenable. So when you say love, hate, there's no hate either. There's nothing for me to hate because me even doing this with code is the equivalent of me punching down on big man TV. No, you people aren't doing what I'm doing, and when I say that, you can take it anywhere you want. I like Beasley said, I'm somebody like Beasley. I say what I want, and the chips can fall where they may. I'm not concerned about really your opinions about what I'm saying because I'm comfortable with myself and my accomplishments. I don't have to,
Right.
I don't have to fake it to make it, so to speak.
Right.
Now, in my 20s, I may have, had to lie about stuff because, that's part of your insecurities when you're in your 20s. But no, to answer your question, I know I got on kind of a B code filibuster there, but to answer your question, there's no love or hate. There was a respect. And me clicking this live is to see if we can repair that respect and to see if he can understand his approach to Sassy, if he can take a different approach where you can, what's that old adage code? You can attract more bees with honey, so
Flies. I know about flies.
yeah,
I get a
yeah.
lot of I get flies flying around me all the time. Go ahead.
I don't want to attract more flies.
I
Go ahead
know,
and finish
right.
that,
No,
But the saying is you get more flies with honey than you do with vinegar. It is
no, but
flies. It's
actually,
not bees.
let me say this real quick to Beasley because I wanted to speak to Beasley because this is the first actual interaction I've really had with him one-on-one, and I do want to say this, and we were discussing your live earlier that you have scheduled, Beasley. You don't have to. This is I'm making a ask, and again, you don't know me from a hole in the wall, so you can clearly deny it. But I would ask that you kind of like take down that lie because first of all, some of it is not factual. You called Sassy a newbie. What is this newbie? He said Sassy's not a newbie. And I think the issue, the breakdown between you and Sassy Beasley is when you came in her room, we're all
Sassy,
troll
real
we're all
quick,
troll we're
real
all,
quick.
oh go ahead.
Sassy sought me out when I was on Saida's show because she wanted to talk to me. If you remember, see what Binary doesn't know. I didn't seek out the beef sector. The beef sector sought me out. I knew what the beef sector was. There's a bunch of gay men and some lesbians and a bunch of other women. Not really a crowd that I'm supposed to mix in as a heterosexual male. But Sassy sought me out, and we had a conversation, and she was witty, and I'm witty, and it wasn't a bad conversation. The next thing I know, I get up on a panel with her, and she starts talking shit because that's what she does. That's what all of them do. That's
No,
what Kwani. That's
Beasley.
what Kwani did. I'll be brief. Everyone that I've interacted with on here, they start off. That's what Ronnie IQ did. That's what all of them do. They start off nice and friendly, and then they just flip on you because that's what the beef sector does. They'll act friend. They'll act friendly, and you're lucky if they act friendly at first. And I was friendly, and then they just flip on you and start talking shit. That's what they do. That's what they did to Sean Kim. But except it cost them money to learn that.
Yeah,
I think you just gave Binary a good daddy talking, and I say that nicely. And
no, no.
and go ahead.
Yeah, no. So Beasley, I don't know about Sincere's live, but I know you did come into Sassy's platform, and I was happy to see you there. I know you had said some things within that while you were chatting that wasn't
Wasn't
that.
directed at her. Look. It wasn't directed at her. I don't start with any of them.
No, but see, and this again, this comes into some of your comments. You have to understand, see his forged relationships with certain peoples. This is part of YouTube, forging relationships. So when you start attacking certain segments, you don't know, are you attacking some of the relationships that she's built? So that was part of the issue there. But she had no really, she had no real issue with you before.
She's
Now,
mean.
Kwani,
If you don't recognize her mean spiritedness, particularly to new people,
I dated her for 3 years, Beasley. But what I'm saying is, Beasley, Kwani is a different story. She's an angry drunk who lies about what she has. You're right about that. Ronnie Q,
they're,
I
they're,
do
they're,
like
they're,
Ronnie.
they're-
I do like Ronnie Q, but I
I liked her
realize that
first.
she
I
can.
liked her
But,
first, but she
but
flipped. She flipped on me right away. They've all done the same thing. I got a show scheduled for Sassy. You seem like you're a pretty
yeah,
cool dude. I'll drop it.
thank
I
you,
can do that. It's not a
Beasley.
problem.
Thank you, Beasley.
I already roasted her. Just tell her just leave me alone. I don't have to think about
Well,
her.
yeah.
I got enough people to fight with.
I was
I gotta antagonize Bree to get her back in the gym.
well.
Trying to save her
Thank you,
life.
Beasley.
Well, hey,
Now,
Beezy, what's your
binary, real
problem?
quick. Binary, real quick.
Hold on.
You want
We
to
gotta
get
give
commented?
Muslim the floor. I'll let you guys rock
Let me
out.
let me finish.
I
If you're
can't.
in the beef sector, go ahead and beef. Go ahead and beef. Stop trying to be everybody's friend. Go ahead and drag some of these bitches because that's what they do.
Go ahead, Muslim.
Oh, Beasley, what's your problem with Bree? I mean, she seems like a very sweet.
She got something slick to say. I never had no problem with her. She seems sweet. She's not sweet. She's a mean girl. Ain't none of the. This is the beef sector. You think these people are sweet and nice? She seems sweet.
Well, I mean, she's never.
I never had any difficulty with her. I saw her talking shit in the chat room about me one day.
Gotcha.
I'm game for it. I'm with the bullshit. When I'm in the mood, I argue with every last one of these motherfuckers on here, and I'm good at it.
But don't you think?
And I don't have no feelings. I don't have no feelings. You sound sympathetic towards her cause.
Well, the thing is, she's a woman. You know what I mean? You know, I respect all women.
What?
In the
Hold on.
sector.
Whoa. Where is a woman at a disadvantage in arguing?
No. What I'm saying is, it's
Where?
just,
Answer my question. Where is a woman, particularly a black woman, at some type of handicap or disadvantage when it comes to arguing?
well,
These women are the masters at arguing.
right, but she wasn't here.
This is the top rung. This is the Michelin restaurants of arguing. This is the Olympics of arguing. These are gold medal winners of arguing. It's bred in them. This is who they are. So don't give me that shit. It's not like someone's taking advantage of a woman. These are women that enjoy it. These are women. Hold on a second. I'm going to correct you. These are women that are in a sector that prides itself on arguing with each other. This is what they do. You're in Rome. And the problem, I don't know, I guess you're one of the Umar sector guys. You guys are coming in here bearing gifts like the three kings and everything. They're coming to see baby Jesus, and you're bringing them gifts, and they're fucking swatting you guys around like fucking flies. The flies will be flying around me. And I think it's fucking hilarious because I tried to tell you guys what was up. Well, no. We shall. And then you're like, they're women. And they're women that like to argue.
Yeah, but Beasley, I will say this.
Go ahead.
I don't want to, and don't get offended by this, Cole. But what
I'm not offended at all.
No, Beasley. I was talking about Cole. Don't get offended. but Code and his crew paying to sit on platforms that people usually sit on, for free. You're leading with the money when you didn't have to do that. So you set a precedent. So now you messed your whole crew up, because now women and they should. And I want them to get, and you've seen me chat. I want them to get all of your money.
You
I want
create all of it. Break you down, then kick you to the curb. And then as soon as you stop paying, they kick you out when the car was moving.
And that's what I've told them to do, to be quite honest, Beasley and Code. Get their money. Take their money. They're never really going to be accepted. They're never really going to be accepted. They don't realize that. So I get a kick out of it, because Bree deserves her money. I think you're lowballing Bree. I think you're lowballing Ness. And I think you need to give some of the smaller content creators love too. Why isn't Lovely Love getting Dovey? Why aren't these people? And I know you've gravitated towards Roe. I don't know if you've been financially supporting Roe like you have done to others, but spread the love around. Keep spreading love to ODS. But this is what I'm saying. I don't have any. Beasley has an issue with what you're doing.
Everyone. No. Actually, I don't, and I really don't. I have no control over it. I just feel bad for them as men, because at the end of the day, we're men, and if I can try to save them by giving
you can't save Beasley. You can't save everybody, man.
I know. And you know what? I tried. I don't care anymore. I'm rooting for them to break them off something real proper. And I'm with you now. And in fact, I would help them know how to get some more out of you. Get some more. I think they deserve exactly what they get. And they have definitely created a value. They created a market where there was no market.
Yeah, paying to sit on a platform that was previously free. Genius.
Pay to share my video. Pay to share. People share when they want to share, when they want to support. So Ness shared me out before. Lady Nika shared me out before. It definitely helps. They've definitely got influence. Am I going to take my gonads and put them in a jar and give them to him and say, I no longer have any masculinity. I no longer have any thoughts of my own. I'm going to submit. I bow down to you, queen, you black melanated queen. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. I'm not bowing to nobody.
But I do want to say this, and and I saw this last night on Bree's Live, and this was brilliant. One of the things, doing all of that money talk in front of customers or viewers, that's bad business. And Bree said, do that on the back end where it should be done. And Code, I got to ask you, why do you all negotiate in front of everyone? I mean, that's just foolish. But can you explain that? Go ahead.
I can't explain it. And the reason why I can't is because you guys are speaking as if we move as one group. I want you to name one person that I've paid to sit on their panel and be a co-host.
No, you have a reputation that for being prudent with your dollars. And
okay, so why lump us all in one group? See, I can't answer these questions.
No, because he didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I don't follow you.
So he's speaking out of his ass. So I mean,
no. I'm speaking because I'm lumping you all together because
that's what I just said.
It's because you came in as a cohort.
No, we didn't. See, you don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Hold on.
You're talking about I need to do all this research and history and shit. You don't even know.
Why are we seeing all of you from your camp in here at the same time?
They followed me. I can't help that.
But you're the leader.
No, I'm not.
What?
I am not nobody's leader.
So who is Code Fam? Who is Code Fam? Who are the members of Code Fam?
Stargate. Where's Stargate in all this?
Well, see, you brought her.
Where's identity? Where's identity in all this?
I don't see him at all. I don't see him, but I see
look,
Stargate.
You're proving my point.
I see Stargate, but who else?
Who
else is Code Fam?
That's it, bro. And I just made Shakim in the beef sector a part of Code Fam. He was never a part. It was during beef sector stuff I made him a part of Code Fam. So
are you going to kick him out? Are you going to kick him out the day after his birthday? They did all this to him on his birthday. These You can't tell me there's
They
some
did
Barracuda
what
heart.
though? I don't
Hold on a
understand
second.
what you're saying they did.
As much as
What
much
did they
I'm
do?
supposed to be, as much as I'm supposed to be hated here on YouTube, I got $1,000 for my birthday. And then the birthday before that, I got close to $800 for my birthday. Birthday is like you let people know, hey, it's my birthday, and these people are nicer to you than your own family is.
Well, he's gonna have a party. He's gonna have like a 50-member party on his birthday, so he's chilling. He's doing good. You
No,
know
it
what I
might
mean?
be
Dude,
1.4K. You know,
dude,
he likes to buy those views.
I
So
watched that. That
I
was
don't
that
think
was
he bought
something.
the views. I
That was
think
something to
somebody
see.
bought it for him. That happens in our sector all the time.
That was something to see.
they
I
buy
never saw.
views? What's the sense of buying?
People do well. That's trolling, bro. I thought you were a troll. Now hold on. I let you guys because I was playing my video game and I'm winning, so you know I'm happy. So I was letting you guys talk or whatever. Now I get to respond. Okay, and here's my response. And please don't cut me off, or I'm gonna have to be rude. I don't want to be rude. Here's my response. Hold on, let me log out of this real quick so I don't have to worry about trying to play another game. All right. Talent is upset because I'm not trolling the way that he thinks I should troll. All right. So that's what I'm getting out of Talent's rebuttals in his advice to me. He thinks that I'm trolling wrong. So Talent is the type that thinks that he knows everything about everything and what's best for everybody. Talent is Jesus. Talent is Yahweh. Talent is Almighty God. Talent is the Trinity in his mind.
Buddha.
Okay.
Buddha.
Hold on. Let me finish. Let me finish. All right. So that's who he is in his mind, right? So he is the Almighty. He is the dictator of all things. He's omniscient. He knows everything. He's omnipotent. He's just all powerful. All right. So that's just who he is in his mind. So because I'm not moving the way that he wants me to move, I'm doing everything wrong. And I'm going to tell you guys straight up. He's trying to tell me how I'm failing at YouTube because I'm not doing YouTube right? And he tried to compare. He's trying to say like YouTube as my hobby or whatever. There's ways that I can go about it to make it better. And I'm kind of failing right now. All I want to do is juxtapose that to his music career. It's the same thing. I don't tell him how to successfully run a failing music business. That's just his pastime. That's just something he wants to do. Okay, fine. His music sucks. I don't talk shit about his music. I don't do that. I let him do the music the way he wants to do it. I don't tell him about EQ levels. I don't tell him about great sound. I don't tell him about vocal cues and things like that, or pitch levels or things like that. I don't tell him how to better crappy ass music. I don't do that because I don't think I'm God. I want him to enjoy the shitty music that he makes. Just allow me to enjoy the shitty content that I'm doing. You think what I'm doing is wrong and shitty, that's fine. But I'm not speaking on the crap that you make. So there's that. And here's this. The thing is, he really does not like people talking about Sassy. Sassy, unfortunately, is a part of the beef sector. That's why I asked the question. Everywhere I go, her sensitive ass, if she's a moderator, blocks me. Everywhere I go. And the reason why is because her sensitive ass cannot do back and forths. She can't do it. It's impossible for her to do it. I very lightly trolled her and she buckled. All I'm trying to do is what Talent couldn't do, is teach her how to be a part of the beef sector. You guys said that she's been a part of this beef sector for 3 years. Talent said that he's been dating her for 3 years, and he still hasn't shown her how to navigate on these beef sector streets. All he's shown her is how to dox people and get under people's skin in real life, because that's his talent. I'm trying to tell you, that's his talent. So Talent is actually threatened by me being able to show her how to handle trolls within the beef sector and how to really stand up for herself and go back and forth. And don't block people because they're talking shit. Just start ignoring the people. You don't have to start taking advantage of other people's platforms because they entrusted you with the wrench at one point in time, because she's been MIA for a while. So she comes back with all these perks and shit, right? She comes back with all these perks. All of a sudden there's new kids on the block. You know what I mean? There's us. And she doesn't like us, and those old perks are carrying through, and she's blocking people. It's crazy. She blocked me from Breeze Chat. I had to go on the panel and be like, look, can you unblock me? Breeze like, sorry, yeah, I unblocked you. Why did she block me? All because I said, hey. All because I said, hey, Sassy sensitive. Block. Boom. Go to ODS. Go to ODS. No, no. See, we can't do that. We can't do that. Go to ODS, right? Go to ODS. Why did she block me? Because I'm asking a question. Why are you so sensitive? Why are you like this? I don't understand it. Where are we at? Why are you so sensitive? Block. Now, mind you, I'm asking a person that talks shit. She talks shit. She has everything to say about everybody. She talks shit. So I'm asking a person that instigates shit, that likes to steer shit up, and that likes to judge everybody else, why are you so sensitive? And she proves my point because everywhere I go where she's wielding and yielding and throwing a wrench around, I get blocked. Go ahead. You guys can respond now.
He made good point, Talent. I think I'm putting her back on the docket. I'm gonna drag her fucking ass. She's evil, dude. If she's doxing his family, and I know he hasn't done much to her, and she's really been evil towards me. Just
Hold
talking
on,
shit for no reason.
Beasley.
She gets right. Secondly, Binary, you were when he was speaking.
No. Let me make this clear. She did not dox.
She didn't dox.
No, she didn't dox.
Okay, my bad.
Yeah, Beasley. Beasley, can you
Well,
let me respond here?
let me just finish the thought while it's right on the top of my head.
Okay.
Talent wasn't. He might have been a little bit of condescending when he was speaking to you, Binary, but he wasn't as nasty as you were. You were just outright nasty, attacking his craft.
Yeah, he's mad. He's really mad.
I'm not mad.
Let me respond to. Let me.
I wasn't mad, Beasley. And she didn't dox me. I said that.
Okay,
her
my
and
bad.
Talent
I misunderstood. I misunderstood.
Okay. Go ahead.
Let me clarify some of what you just said. First of all, I just said this. I told you talking about my music. It's clear. You said that you didn't like it. You told me that before. You said shitty music. So you have given you gave me that one comment. I think we were on Brina's platform. You said you liked it. Then you came back and what did you say that second time?
Because it bothers you.
No, so but you just
I know it bothers you. This is trolling, bro.
But you just said that you've never said.
Look at what you're talking about right now. Look at where you're at.
Exactly.
I just said all that shit and look where you landed.
Exactly.
But let me go ahead and mute. Go ahead.
Oh no, I'm going to go through it because
go ahead and go through it.
Because I know Beasley had thought that Sassy had doxed you or something like that. So let's explain what happened here. After you continue, first of all, Sassy is a woman, and for a man to follow a woman around. The beef sector is predominantly black women and gay men. That's what it is predominantly. And so they have their, Sassy doesn't duck any smoke with any woman. But she also knows she shouldn't be going back and forth with any men. That's not what women should be doing. And as a protector, which I am, and she's, and you got to understand something. Sassy is my best friend, and I think that's what's getting lost in all of this. So when I see you, somebody I had given credit and props to, following around, just saying, calling her sensitive, just jabbing at her from room to room, a man. Then I took offense at that. So what I said, because now you're alleging doxing is taking place, and I definitely want to get to that. First of all, I mentioned your university. Why did I mention your university? You had a members only thumbnail that had your degrees in the background. Am I lying or not? That said Grand Canyon University. Am I lying?
How do you know that?
That's
You had
evil
a
eye.
members
That's
only
evil eye.
thumbnail.
Oh, you're a member?
You said I'm a troll, right?
No, I said you're a member though.
Not me, but I have people. You know that. But look, what I'm saying is, am I lying about? Am I lying?
All I want to do is just for you to go on record.
Thank you.
So you infiltrated my members only. Is what you're saying.
You're saying people can pay. Is there restrictions on who can be a member?
No, I'm just saying. So you're not a member, but you got somebody in there that is. So you got like a mole or somebody in my member.
But you can view your members only thumbnail without being a member. You do know that, right?
Oh, right. Okay.
Okay, so you have your Grand Canyon University. So clearly, if you have your degrees, you want people to know. So it's not doxing. And then
No.
telling you, then yesterday, I said the trolls really want to get at you. And they really, and I made it clear. I said, I have nothing to do with it. I have nothing. But if they feel that I'm being attacked and they know Sassy's attached to me, then this is what's going to happen. They found evidence of possible plagiarism. I haven't checked in to determine anything, but they are considering Claudine, you doing a Claudine Gay on you. And they also have assembled clips, various clips of you saying questionable things that no employer would like one of their employees to have. But
Okay.
I said I am not going to do anything. All I want you to do is keep it cute. And from that, you've turned that into he doxed me, he doxed me, which isn't the case. I don't take it that personal, but I'm telling you what these people, as you know, just by certain things happening to
Now
you.
these are your trolls, right? Because you've
No, I don't.
No, you've claimed them.
I'm a troll. I'm a troll.
I know, but you claimed them.
I'm a troll.
He and I have never interacted. It's the first time we've ever
you're
spoken.
the one that's been telling them this stuff, then, Beasley. Is that what
I
you're
haven't
saying?
told anybody anything. I didn't know any of this stuff.
I'm saying what he's talking about. He's saying that these are his people. So let's just make that clear.
These are his people. These are not my people.
Right.
Yeah,
I cut off all my people. I wrote solo.
Yeah.
Right. Some people know what he's putting up and what I'm putting down. Some people know that. Okay, go ahead, brother.
Yeah. No. I'm telling you, the people, like Trump.
The people you associate yourself with. The people you associate yourself with.
Yeah.
Keep going. The people that came back to you with the information. You just said that, so keep going.
You still now you won't allow me.
I'm just
you won't
talking.
allow me to speak.
I'm just talking. I just want to make some things clear.
Okay. Yeah, make it clear.
Okay,
And
so these people that are on mission for you, that are on mission for you, that are giving you this information.
Did you want to rewind that?
Yes.
Did you want to rewind?
Okay, maybe I'm paraphrasing. Hold on, Beasley. Maybe I'm paraphrasing a little bit.
Paraphrasing? Come on, bro.
Pretty much. Pretty much, these people who are doing your bidding. Now,
they're not doing my bidding. I just
go ahead and continue.
See, there you go. They're not doing my bidding.
Continue, brother.
These people,
I'm a mute.
Just like, well, I wish you would, man. I know you're sensitive, but look. So these people, these trolls. Now you know I am a troll, and I've been around since IRC, Internet Relay Chat, in the '90s, going from Prodigy, CompuServe, AOL chats, to Hear Me, See Me, to Periscope, Blab, Pal Talk. So a troll family has been created. A troll, and it's dark. It's very dark. And what I'm telling you is, I've invited people to come into these various sectors as I find enjoyable. And if they feel, based on my prominence in various sectors, that they feel I am being attacked, they do things on their own. I have no control over what they do.
I was trying to tell him that. Now, I don't go back to IRC, but I go back to AOL chat rooms. There's people that I still chat with that are in other little areas. They're like, what's going on with you? What's going on with you? And I don't even have to say anything. He's like, I see these people are fucking with you. I'm going to go ahead and put some working on them. That could happen.
Exactly.
Yeah,
he doesn't understand that because he's
I do understand.
He's new to trolling.
Hold on.
But a lot of people don't understand that you have friends that you don't.
Listen real quick. Wait, Muslim, you wanted to say something, and then I'm gonna say what
no. I know what he's saying, but the thing is, they come back to you first. You know what I'm saying? Get your blessings.
Exactly.
Then they do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Here we go. And hold on. Because you just said it. No, you just said it. They come to you. They come to you and they say, "We see," and you agreed when Beasley said this. I heard you. They come to you. They come to you.
Not all the time.
Hold on. They come to you and they say, I see these mother effers effing with you. Y'all, for whatever reason, don't say, yeah, but you see what kind of sector we're in. Don't fuck with their personal life.
You just said.
I
No,
don't
you
say
just said.
anything.
No, you
I don't
just
say.
said.
I don't
You
get it.
just
I
said.
don't say
Oh,
You
anything.
just
hold
said.
on.
I was
Hold
like,
on,
yeah,
Mr.
yeah.
No.
Go ahead
Binary,
and handle it, man.
binary.
So I see you guys are weaponizing these
No,
people. It's all good.
binary,
It's all good.
binary. Slow down,
That's why I said we're different.
Binary,
We're
binary.
different
Mr.
people.
Newbie,
We're
Mr.
different
Newbie Troll. These
I'm not a
people.
new troll. I'm not a new troll.
No, you very new.
I'm new over here to
You
the B
very
sector.
new, Cole. You
Let me.
very new.
All right. Well,
Whatever.
binary. Let me explain.
Look,
Let
I
me
can't do
explain.
I can't do
Let
this
me
shit.
explain. Let me
I can't do,
explain some of these
I'm about
individuals.
to drop y'all in a second. I can't do
Let
this
me
shit.
explain some of these
No,
individuals.
hold on. Before you explain the individuals, let me just say this. I'm not a new troll.
Okay.
I'm just different. That's all.
Right.
You guys are malicious. I'm not. You just said you weaponize people to destroy people's lives. And I know there's hold on, let me finish. God damn.
Let him talk.
Yeah. They just said they weaponize people to destroy people's lives. We just heard that shit. We just heard it. That's not me. I understand that there are trolls that are like that out there. I just didn't know I was dealing with them over here in the B sector in our face. They're in our face. Yes, they're in every sector behind the scenes doing the destructive work. I know they're in every sector. But I didn't know people were bold enough to be in your face talking about how they weaponize these destructive trolls to destroy your life. And you guys come back up now. Thank you for not leaving. I appreciate that. But y'all just weren't letting me talk.
That's not what I said. That's not what he said.
Yeah.
What he said was over the years, and I'm going to paraphrase him because I have the same experience. Over the years, there are people that we become acquainted with. I wouldn't even call them friends. He's probably just afraid of them as I am. These are weird relationships, and they can be cool with you and they can turn on you. But these are weird relationships, and it's not like you weaponize them. They will do things on their own, and they'll say, "By the way, you see so and so ain't fucking with you no more." He said, "Yeah, we put them in the popcorn machine," or they'll say something strange like, "Oh yeah, I put the curse of Hades on them." They'll say some weird ass stuff. I can't explain it, dude.
But what if it escalates?
Yeah, but Muslim, I'm glad you.
They don't care, Muslim. They don't care about that. That's the difference.
Wait,
go ahead, Talent. Go ahead.
Muslim said, "Do I green light when I don't green light anything because who I am, I can't be involved in nonsense. I'll listen on the Discord when people are talking, and I just listen. And, I don't have any commentary on it. But So what I'm telling you, Code, is to try to say I said I'm weaponizing this or that. That's not the case. But you're trying to twist words, which you're good at, to make it look like I said that to your audience, man. But
he didn't say that.
The
I didn't say that. Now I'll have a little confession. There once was a time when I was actively involved with groups like this. As like auxiliary, and you become friendly with them. And some of them, they're literally all over the world. Some of them are ex-anonymous, and they do things. They get a kick out of it. And they appear from out of nowhere. One of them donated $100 to me a couple of days ago, just to let you know you're still our friend. I'm like, whoa,
that's insane.
Hey, let me tell you this, Cole, because
it's insane as hell. It's creepy as shit. That's like that's why do you think I came to the B sector being nice?
Cole, I know you want to give the impression to your followers that you're like some king troll, but this is something a little bit out of your league, and I'm just trying to help you to understand.
No, I don't want to be.
I'm trying to help you understand.
No, let it stay out of my.
You're a new troll. You're a newbie. You are a newbie. And I'm just trying to explain to you, there are social engineering trolls that can have you sitting in your house right now with your electricity cut off.
Yeah, I know.
I
know.
We've got that.
I'm just not malicious, bro. I'm not malicious. Is what I'm saying.
Phone freakers. You have no idea. So what I'm telling you,
maybe I have an idea. I'm just not that. Is what I'm trying to tell you.
What I'm telling you is,
you know what?
Hey,
listen, you know what? You know what? You can say whatever you want to say that you think I know or what you think I can do and can't do. All I'm telling you is I don't do that. Do you understand that?
And I don't do it. I don't do it either.
And
I
I
don't
don't
do.
associate myself, and I don't
Hold on,
weaponize.
hold on.
I don't do that.
Hold on. Let
I've
me
been
say
threatened
this.
on countless occasions from you, Talent, on what
Hold-
could possibly happen. So stop.
Let me say this.
Now I see
don't
why. Go ahead, BZ.
I don't do it anymore.
Oh,
But
well, I've never done it. I've never done it. So
I definitely have had a half a ton or a ton of gravel put on someone's front yard before.
oh,
Right. See,
And
that's fucked up.
that
yeah,
is fucked up. And there's
yeah.
some people you shouldn't fuck with people that are good at this shit.
That's
but
It's not
nothing.
about being
Get
good
nobody
at it.
fired.
What's so fucked up? It's just a bunch of rocks. What's so fucked up about that?
Because they didn't order the shit, bro, and now it's on their front yard.
Hey,
I mean, hey, there's different types of trolling, and you're right. That trolling is out of my league, I guess. That's just what I don't want to associate myself with, and you guys are okay with it. I mean, you just hold on. You just bragged about.
I didn't say I was okay with it.
Hold on, you just
I didn't say
bragged
I was
about.
okay
Hold
with it.
on.
Now you're
You
lying
just,
again.
You just bragged about how you got connected and
I
how
did
long
that.
you've been,
No.
and how these groups are doing this and how these groups are doing that. You just bragged about it. We just heard you. You're okay with it. You
Bragging?
would have,
Like,
yes, you would have disassociated
how is that
yourself from
bragging?
that group
You know
if
the
you weren't trying to
definition
be a
of
part of
bragging.
that group.
Explaining and bragging are two different things. You're a doctor, right?
You were trying to let me know how
Enlighten
well you're
me.
connected. You were trying to let me know how well you're
He
connected.
thinks
And that is
enlightening him is
a
bragging.
form of bragging, bro. That is a form of bragging.
Enlightening
You know what I
and
mean?
educating you is not bragging.
that was a form of bragging. Now I will say this: the difference between you and I is when I run across those circles, I don't engage. They don't get to know me the way that they get to know you guys. Y'all are different. They're your friends. They're your friends. You guys were connected. When you met them way back.
They're not really your friends. It's like
I know they're not your friends, but you know what I'm saying.
I grew up in Los Angeles. Okay, I'm a man of a certain age. I know hardcore, severe gang members that have been in and out of prison that I went to kindergarten with. Okay, kindergarten, excuse me. You know, these that I used to trick or treat with. They're still my associates and my friends, but I still have a fear of them because I know they're dangerous and crazy. Just the same type of thing. It's the same type of thing. You don't.
Let me tell you. So let's just say your kindergarten friend, right? That you grew up with. Let's just say he got into the gangs at about 6th grade. You now have a choice.
It's right about the right time. But go ahead.
So you now have a choice. I could keep hanging with these people, or I can disassociate myself with these people because I don't want to go down that road. And now you're not in the gang life. You don't know shit of what they're doing.
I never joined.
Just let me finish. It's just an example. Now, same thing with these active ass, crazy ass, wanting to destroy your real life ass trolls. When you run across them, if you don't associate yourself with them, you don't hang out with them the way you guys were, you wouldn't be in this predicament of having them having your back the way that they do. That's all I'm saying. Go ahead.
Hey, Bees, you gotta mute, brother. You gotta mute.
No, he's good now. Oh, go ahead.
Muslim. Muslim hasn't had a chance to really say anything.
But
I'd really like to hear Muslim.
He's over there concerned about the women, but they're women. They're aggressive protagonists.
He might have something to speak on the trolling stuff. Go ahead, Muz.
Yeah, the trolling thing. When you saying that, okay, they come up to you and they say, "Hey, I did this, I did that, I did that." Well, you're actually condoning it if you're not stopping it.
Or not even not stopping it if you're not just moving away from it. Like you're just sitting there letting it happen and possibly learning.
Yes.
I definitely learned a lot.
See, that's my point. You didn't sit around with the gangbangers to learn 9 years ago. Culture.
We're getting far away from what
it kind of rubs off.
Not really. I don't think we're getting far away. Let
me tell you some of the things that concern me much more than this trivial practical joke stuff. Because all it is pranks and practical jokes taken to a higher level. You know, when they're launching rockets at each other and killing innocent people in Palestine, that shit really disturbs me. You know, when I see these children talking that their whole family's gone, you know, and where's my father, where's my mother? That shit bothers me. When you've got this megalomaniac kook in Russia that talks about using nuclear weapons, and he talks about it every 2 or 3 weeks. That's the kind of shit that I'm like, wow, that's the kind of shit that concerns me. This stuff is just a pastime for.
What about people losing their jobs though? And what about people getting locked up for 3 years because somebody called their probation officer? That doesn't bother you a little bit? Like,
No,
that's real, those are real life effects.
I just
That's
don't want to. But I've corrected my behavior because I'm aware that those things are happening, and that these laws have always been on the books, but now they're being prosecuted. They weren't being prosecuted, and now I feel they're being prosecuted, and you learn to move accordingly. That's why it's so frustrating. I got to stick to fat jokes and stuff. I would much rather send her a dozen pizzas.
Oh wow, that's real old school trolling. Sending the pizza.
You can't even do that anymore. Chinese food.
I need to. This will be like all futility here if we don't come to some type of common ground here. So all of that talk is let's get down to basics, Code. Where we're at.
I don't know about him and what he's got going on with Sassy. Tell Sassy, just leave me alone. Just don't mention me. Leave me alone.
Yeah, Beasley, I said we'll take care of that. Don't.
Yes, I already cooked her once. I'm fine with it.
Yeah. Okay. I'll talk to her because she doesn't necessarily always listen to me, but I'm going to see what I can do in regards to that. Okay.
You always put her back on the docket.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's just some words. It's just some words. Just going to call her some names and everything.
Well, man, Beasley, you accuse me of chasing numbers. You get a lot of numbers on your videos, bro. I ain't chasing you.
Not like what I used to, and it's not because of being around the beef sector. I'm from the black sector originally, and then the real black sector. Oh, you were getting such faulty history from NBK. They're newbies to the black sector, and you're gonna add ghetto to your thing. Oh God, you're gonna have chaos. But enjoy it.
You don't like Ghetto Intellect? I think he's cool. You don't like him?
Wait, hold on. You don't know about Ghetto Intellect, man?
No,
I used to. He came around me. He came around me, and he would wake me up every day with $20. How could I not like him? Hey man, hey big bro.
Yeah, now
$20 is
wake you up every
$30.
day with $20.
No, I'm in California 6 o'clock in the morning, and I'm getting notification I got $20. It's like, oh shit, Ghetto. Hey, what's up, buddy? Wake me up every day with $20.
That's interesting, man.
No, how could I not call someone like that a friend? But his eagerness to be accepted and liked with his own protection of women, it all reversed on him. He's lost his job. He's been through a lot.
Oh,
damn.
He's been through a lot. Now he's waiting.
You didn't know that? You didn't know he lost his job due to
No.
social media, and he's got dentures, and he's just a complete clown. But like Beasley said, he is funny. He is funny. I will say that for him.
But he wants to be taken. He's been wanting to take it seriously. No, he's done videos with bulletproof vests on, beating his chest and waving guns. Hold on. This morning on Brenda's show, early in the morning, I started talking about how he was waving a gun at somebody from California, and some other chick said he waved a gun at me too. He's in the basement of his house getting into arguments with women waving guns. Now, I might argue with the woman and call them all kind of names. I'm not threatening to shoot nobody.
That's crazy.
That's a crime.
I can't wait until
That's a crime.
I can't wait until Monday. I'm gonna talk.
Hold on a second. Go to his page. He worked for some group that was building the Pennsylvania Convention Center. He'll tell you he built the Pennsylvania Convention Center, which is some big convention center in Philadelphia. And during some type of little talent show, whatever they had, he dressed up like Tina Turner, and they did Proud Mary. And he brought the house down to white people. He told you, as soon as I got in with the affirmative action, he just basically said, I'm going to man tan, sleep and eat, and step and fetch it all the way to my top with these white folks. He put on the wig. He basically said that shit.
I forgot about that. There is a video of him in a dress.
And pumps and thing and dancing like Tina Turner.
Now, is he straight?
He's married. Well, I don't know if his wife divorced him, but he appears to be straight. But look, I do want to say this.
I'm not trying to
hold,
ruin his. He
Hold
comes
on.
with baggage.
Okay,
hold,
let's let Talon talk.
yeah,
Okay,
because
thanks for letting me know that information. I can't wait to talk to him on Monday. Go ahead.
I don't have that much longer, so I do want to establish, see if we can get some type of resolution here, because this is just insane. To see you get all out of your body at uppity yesterday, and now
Oh yeah, I
you
forgot to
know
address that.
you're out of your body about me not knowing when you're being trolled. When on ODS, it's a little disconcerting. But I will say this, because I don't want to go back and forth and you twist my words around like you do. I do want to say this. I want to say this. I welcomed you and I have no right to welcome anybody into the beef sector because I'm not officially a part of them. Fortunately, a large number of the women and the gay men and gay women have accepted me in there. But I do want to say the concern was I don't mind when women go back and forth with Sassy. That's her thing. That's her thing. I don't, she can handle that on her own, as most have seen. It's when a man starts following around my best friend, just picking, you're just picking at her. And I know you're trolling, but you see, here it's a little different. A man and the way Sassy, the way her temperament is set up, a man doing that, it's a little bit different. You should be beefing
Right.
with
Now,
me.
when you say following, what do you mean by
And I saw this a couple of times, and she says it has been more. But I've gone into rooms, and she's not even talking about you, not mentioning you, and you will pick at her. You'll say something. Oh, Sassy's super sensitive. Sassy's this. Sassy's, and I know what you're doing. She knows what you're doing, but she doesn't want to get into a back and forth with
now?
a man.
Following makes it seem like I'm stalking, like as if
That's
I
why I
wasn't
was
gonna.
putting it. That's why I was
Wait, hold
putting
on, but
trolling. Yeah.
it makes it seems as if I wouldn't have went to Bree's platform. I wouldn't have went to Pizza's platform. I wouldn't have went to ODS's platform. Like that's not following or stalking. These are places I'm just gonna go. And if she just so happens to be there, I'm gonna talk shit. Like, what is wrong with that? That's what
Because
I don't understand.
well, and that's what I'm helping you understand now. Now you can now if the other women in the B sector allow that back and forth like Lemon had with Stargate yesterday, and they allow for that. Stargate seemed to allow for that exchange to take place, where the Lemon really sold his ass by talking to her the way. But I may be an outlier. Maybe these people don't understand self-respect. But as Sassy, because if I'm dating her, she's gonna have that self-respect already. She had it already, but now it's out the park. You can, and it's something different. So all I ask of you is, if you want to have a conversation, can you do it in a normal manner? Say, hey, Sassy, what's up? Would you like to click my platform? Not this. I'm gonna pull on your pigtails. We're adults, bro. We're adults. There's no need for you to go back and forth with her. I can see it happening once or twice, but continuously, it appeared to be a kind of quasi stalking. But I'm just want to get some
So
confirmation.
that means I am an extreme stalker to everybody because when I see you,
Mhm.
I talk shit. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? When I
man
see
to
people, when I
man,
see
man to
everybody,
man.
but not just man to man. When I see other people, I talk shit. Dragons is the one that's really down bad right now. But I
Yeah.
talk shit to Dragons, and this is the problem. And I know you don't want to hear this, but
Mhm.
your girl is sensitive, and it's unfortunate she's sensitive. And the reason why it's unfortunate is because she talks shit, bro. That's what she does. She doesn't discriminate on her shit talking either. She'll talk shit about a man and she'll talk shit about a woman. So I don't understand why you come at all these high defenses for her when she talks shit. Like
Yeah,
that's
but
why I asked.
well,
That's why I asked. Are you in the B sector? Are you a part of the B sector?
see,
Because you talk all this shit, but then if somebody says anything to you, you overstep your bounds and start blocking folks. Go ahead, bro.
no, and I get what you're saying on some regards, but see, when it comes to me and you, that's totally fine. Beasley wants to call me out of my name and call me. We can go back and forth. You back up Muslim. But see, the dynamic, it's a different dynamic when it's that male female dynamic. And what I'm saying is in the beef sector, they will, some women, I don't want to say all women, but some women will allow for gay men to call them bitches and everything else. They'll allow straight men. Sassy is not one of those women. That's all I'm saying. And all I'm asking of you, I'm doing it nicely. I'm saying, can you please just have a normal
Okay.
conversation?
How
That's
about
all I ask.
how about a compromise? How about a compromise? Because I don't think I can have a normal conversation because I'm an annoying troll, but not a malicious troll. So I already know I can't have a normal conversation. But here's the compromise. I will not pick at her at all if she doesn't talk shit about men. The moment I hear her talking shit about a man, I'm going to ask her why she's sensitive. Are we cool?
Well, no. I thought you meant you. Now you're look,
no, men in general. No,
if she's
men
giving
in
it,
general.
wait,
Men in general.
hold on. She's not actually Sassy really respects males. That's what you don't understand. So she's not just gonna just do that anti-male basting stuff.
No, she's not going to do
like,
that. But
she's
she's
not
not
gonna
going
do
to just
that.
be able to have free reign to talk shit about men and they can't say nothing back. Is all I'm saying. So if she's going to talk her shit, then I'm gonna poke fun at her. If she's not, if she doesn't, and she keeps it strictly on the women, then I'm gonna leave her ass alone. I think that's a fair compromise.
Do you realize that condition goes against the unwritten rules of the beef sector?
Which is?
Straight men just aren't welcome.
Okay, but hey, we're trying to compromise.
This is all right, but no, but take it. Take what you want.
Stargate, I'm glad you're here because on behalf of the beef sector, and again, I'm not officially beef sector. What limit? And see, a lot of these women in the beef sector, 80% are pick-me's, and they sat by and watched Lemon do the interview yesterday. And what I saw was despicable. Just
listen,
disgusting.
you're so sweet for even trying to take up for me. I actually, like I said, I've been done worse by people I trusted more. So am I right, Binary? Like I've trusted people.
I'm gonna let you know, Star. I didn't see it all. Like I went to bed as soon as I got off the live, and I know y'all were going back and forth.
Right.
So do you want to watch it? I think Shakim is gonna do some shit. But since you're here, we can watch it. You want to watch it?
Well, I don't have time. I actually thought it was sweet. I just wanted to tap in real quick to tell Talent I appreciate him trying to take up for me, but I understood what I was getting into when I even just dipped my toe into the beef.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right. So the fact that when I saw Lemon throw me under the bus before we even had our second conversation, I believe he was upset because I rejected him first by not wanting to do the show. When he was talking about, hey girl, listen, I'll fly you out. And I laughed it off. And I was actually not interested in him. I didn't mind flirting with him on the internet streets. And that's why he did what he did. He has very sensitive feelings, but he wants to be beef sector. So he lashes out in this. So my thing is, I can see if I did something to him, but I didn't. I rejected him. And he had to find stuff that he used information that I told my entire sector, and I'm not ashamed of it. Cause I would date a dude who doesn't have money, but I will try to encourage him to get that money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
To be better, right? I was with a dude for 10 years. I actually tried to leave the relationship many times, but he was like, please believe in me. And I'm very trusting in that way. I don't mind people making fun of me that I'm very trusting. Right. I don't mind people making fun of me that I gave a dude that I had to pick up at a bus stop a chance. I don't mind that. Matter of fact, but what the funny thing is that brother has actually treated me with more respect than I had with the dude I was with for 10 years. And people that I was cool with on some of the guys on the internet that I actually thought I was cool with actually, betrayed me worse. So my thing is that matter of fact, he had actually came in Binary's chat and just confirmed, yo, me and Stargate cool. We just, I didn't have enough money and it got kind of expensive coming to see her. And I told him, yeah, remember? And so he's actually a nice guy. And when we were talking about that, Lemon was like, yo, I want to be brother with the good knees. So he actually started flirting with me first. So
That
my
is
thing
true.
so
how am
I
I
actually,
a pimp? How am I a pimp?
yeah, right, exactly. So I wanted to dispel the rumors about Binary trying to pimp me out and all of that good stuff. So it seemed like me and Lemon and Binary was getting along at one point, and I was kind of upset that Binary's trolling ways was interfering with because me and Dragons was cool, and then me and Jay Dunn was cool, but then they turned on me for no reason, and so I did. Actually, if you go back and listen to that live, I actually was saying, Dragon, maybe you should go back to sleep because it sounds like you're like something's wrong with you. I said something's off. I actually was being nice to her, but she started being mean to me all over again. I said, oh, okay, guess what? I'm going to take this opportunity to stomp on you while you're down because maybe you shouldn't be like that. And maybe that's why you're
they
in a
don't know
position.
Jimmy. They don't know when Stargate turns.
They don't know Jimmy.
Yeah, it's
right.
Nasty.
So, right. And so I just wanted to thank Talent
You did
for
step down, but yeah.
Oh, my bad. Let me look at okay. Thank you, Beasley. You seem like a cool guy too. Muslim, I love you, Messy Muzz. Big Cole, you know what it is, bro.
Yeah, girl.
Listen, Cole fan for life. Like I don't think there's anybody in our sector or in the B sector that we are free to roam. Fact. We can associate. We can get on each other's asses, but still come back together.
Yeah.
And
it's rare. That is rare.
Yes, we have something rare, and I appreciate you for not firing me and for believing in me.
Crazy.
And so I'm just gonna, but yeah, I don't have time. But like I said, I just wanted to pull over and just really comment real quick and shout out to my haters. Y'all make me greater.
I may go live tonight. I'm not too sure. It depends on what's happening. You know what I mean? I may go live tonight. We can watch that.
Right. We can discuss. We can discuss what happened on Lemons Live tonight if you want. If you want. So.
All right. Appreciate you.
All right, y'all. Y'all have and I love my lovers. And my haters make me greater. Thank you all.
Good night. Started getting the tagline. Love my haters and I love my lovers and my haters make me greater. Okay, we're gonna work on that. We need a little work. We need a little work.
Just a little bit. All right, y'all. Y'all have a great day.
All right, you too.
I'm gonna step down, Binary.
All right, appreciate you, Muzz. Thanks for coming up, bro.
All right, brother. Peace.
All right, peace. All right, y'all. So what we're about to do is head on over to Shakim's if you want. I don't know if it's going to cut into the cooking challenge. I don't know what's going on, but it looks like we could come chill out over here tonight, maybe. Oh, wait. No. Tonight, my daughter has a talent show that I have to go. I have to go to it. Damn. So, yeah, if it is tonight, it's going to be late tonight. And the crazy thing about these damn talent shows is they raise money. And I always lose my mind when it comes to raising money for my daughter's group that she's in. Last year when they did this, I didn't want to, but I ended up spending like $2,000. So my wife said I have a $500 budget. So this shit's going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult. But after that, if I'm not too tired, we could probably, and if nothing's really going on, I might just open the doors because I want watch hours, guys. I want this channel to be monetized. I don't want what happened to me to happen again. As far as I don't want any of that. So yeah. So all right, I'll see you guys over at Shakim's if y'all down to go over there. I'll see y'all over there. Have a good one. No outros. I'm just out. Peace, y'all.